One up on the BRS.
So, at the onset, congratulations to Tuhin and the BJP on a fabulous victory in the Hindi heartland state. But Tuhin's statement, I thought, was quite, and he's a friend of mine, quite tasteless. You must always have a big heart in victory and not be graceless. I think that's terrible to say that Congress is a Muslim league. It may be in an alliance. But for you to say this on national TV, it's so bad. Today also, majority of the votes that Congress has got in all states have been majority Hindu votes. How can you speak this about? So you're insulting your own fellow Hindu citizens? Is that what you expect of the BJP in such a good victory? The Hindus, and is this how you should dissect a victory on a big day for you? Don't do this to him. You don't deserve it. I know you're wearing saffron, but you're and that's a great color. It's our color. Don't be this way. It doesn't suit you. Okay. But let me say the bigger thing. The bigger thing is, tell me a state that is going bankrupt. No state. Karnataka is thriving.
Okay, those are pictures. Sorry, just 1 second. They're seen that. Those are pictures coming in. Sweets being fed to Revanth Reddy, DK Shivkumar and Revanth Reddy being seen there at the TPCC office. This is a big moment for Revanth Reddy, the man who's all set to become the next Chief Minister of Telangana. Official announcement not yet happening, but certainly he's seen as a person who's led the Congress party to that big victory in Telangana. A victory that certainly the Congress party needed in that particular state. They haven't been successful, of course, in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, where the Congress party was expecting to do much better, but no taking away from a victory. And at the moment, sweets being given to Revanth Reddy by senior leaders, including DK Shivkumar, Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka.
It's a personal fight for Revanth Reddy.
Yeah.
He took it on as a personal fight.
Right.
You know, that he had to see the back of the BRS because they were very personal, put him in jail, they did all kinds of things. So he made it his personal mission, and I think at sometimes that revenge factor does work.
Because people saw the aggression
for his daughter's wedding.
Yeah, and BRS opposed it and finally got 1 hour bail.
Yeah. He wanted to join BJP 1 year back.
Yes.
And he was stopped entry. And I want to give you one more statistic which is very important. ABVP guy. Now look at the seats where BJP is leading. And I have a statistics here. Karwan, Muslim population 56%. Gosha Mahal, Muslim population 26%. Nirmal, 41% Muslim population. Nizamabad urban, more than 40% Muslim population. Mudol, 15%. Adilabad, 20%. Sirpur, 10%. Clearly, when a Jamaat issues a notification, go and defeat BJP in specific constituencies, counterpolarization will happen. And with Congress coming to power, let me tell you, in 2024, BJP will probably get 8 to 9 seats, and 2028, you are going to see a saffron BJP party in government in Telangana. Take it from me now.
All right. That's a big promise to make. I'm going to come back to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Just let's go into a quick break. We're going to come back on the other side. We're told that Revanth Reddy is also about to hold a press conference. We'll be standing by for that. For the moment, slipping into a very quick break.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9, only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से कर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly Speaking with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention, please? क्या आप दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं? I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced, agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है. I'm Amita Badwa. I'm Pratibha Tehusha Malhotra, and you're watching the Morning News Hour.
Welcome back to Counting Day Live here on Times Now, where we bring you the results on mandate. At the moment, we have the results of Chhattisgarh on the big screen over here. The BJP at 55, the Congress at 32, BSP at 2, others at 1. It's been a huge performance for the BJP. Clearly, the Congress were the favourites at this point of time. Most polls predicting a victory of the Congress, but it's the BJP that's managed to prevail in this entire election. Let's quickly get for you a sense of what really has mattered in this election. What are the seats that have been picked up by both parties and how do they compare? We're looking at this moment at the core tribal voter. 21 for the BJP, 3 for the Congress over here. We have the Pathalgadi cluster where BJP gets 14, Congress gets 0. In rural Chhattisgarh, we're looking at 43 as far as BJP is concerned, 31 as far as Congress is concerned. So a very clear pattern over here of tribal votes. The Dandakaranya cluster as well, 3 for Congress, 8 for the BJP. Quickly look at the spectrum over here. This is the BJP stronghold at this end. Very few marks of green showing that the Congress has barely been able to enter the BJP strongholds. But we look at the Congress strongholds over here, huge patches of saffron, which shows you how exactly the BJP has done in this Congress stronghold. Let me quickly take this across to Ashutosh as well. Ashutosh, the fact that the tribal voters have overwhelmingly reposed their faith in the BJP. The Prime Minister has been campaigning, reaching out to the tribals. They've been speaking about the first time that they've had a tribal president. They've been talking about the various schemes they've had for the tribals. This somewhere seems to have struck a chord.
Yeah, that's what the BJP had some strategy. And the way the BJP has won Chhattisgarh, it's really, it's baffling. Because I haven't come across a single individual as a journalist, as a political analyst, as a pollster who had said that the BJP is going to win. At the max, they were saying that the BJP is coming back, there would be good contest, but they had lost it, something like that. This kind of victory, nobody has predicted. That means there was there was some undercurrent against the Congress party, and the Bhupesh Paghel and other, they didn't understand that. And everybody was overconfident. I think that overconfidence played, and the BJP successfully exploited the discontent at the ground level and managed to win election. There's no doubt about it. And look at the Madhya Pradesh also. But the kind of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, they were one state.
Tribal voters there as well.
Tribal voters. And at one point of time, they were one state. Yeah. So similar thing was happening in Chhattisgarh as well in Madhya Pradesh. And nobody was in a position to predict that.
Right.
So that's very astounding. That shows the BJP had certain strategies, or the Congress has messed up so royally that they're known. They can always snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
All right.
Conclude that farmers are not voting as a monolith, tribals are not voting as a monolith, OBCs are not voting as a monolith. Muslims are not voting as a monolith. Anybody who makes
class at the end of the day, it's the rich and the poor have benefited immensely. There is this Labharthi class that doesn't get talked about much, and that has showed up. Somewhere it's the victory of the Prime Minister's schemes as well, which have percolated down to the lowest denominator.
So let's look at the takeaways then, because the takeaways are really what are shown from these kind of reactions, the kind of result that we're looking at, the BJP having the clear lead over the Congress in the tribal areas. That's the big takeaway from Chhattisgarh. Move on to the next one. The mining in tribal areas has backfired for the Congress party, which is taking a different stand in Delhi. On ground had a different stand. Congress's soft Hindutva strategy has clearly flopped in Chhattisgarh. Congress's caste consensus pitch has also fizzled. So this is as far as the Congress is concerned. The Congress sliding in the OBC belt of the central region as well, which clearly, of course, has benefited the BJP directly. Let's quickly listen into what Raman Singh, former Chief Minister, had to say.
रमन जी, सबसे पहले तो आपको बहुत बधाई और तमाम कोशिशों के बावजूद जो है कांग्रेस उस आंकड़े तक पहुंचती हुई नजर नहीं आ रही है।
अभी तक का रुझान ये बता रहा है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी इस रुझान को शाम को 8 बजे 7 बजे होते होते जब परिणाम में परिवर्तित हो जाएगा तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी स्पष्ट बहुमत के साथ सरकार बनाएगी।
प्रधानमंत्री मोदी आए, केंद्रीय गृह मंत्री अमित शाह, महादेव ऐप का घोटाला और जिसमें आरोप लगा कि सीधे सीधे मुख्यमंत्री को पैसे पहुंचे, एक बड़ा आरोप था जिसने लोगों को झकझोर कर रख दिया। किस तरीके से इफेक्ट किया उस घोटाले ने?
छत्तीसगढ़ की जनता ना भ्रष्टाचार को बर्दाश्त करती, ना महादेव ऐप को बर्दाश्त करती, ना इनके शराब घोटाले के, ना इनके कोयले घोटाले को, पीएससी के घोटाले को इन्होंने रिजेक्ट किया। छत्तीसगढ़ की जनता झूठ और अहंकार को ध्वस्त करना चाहती थी और इसलिए चेहरा बदलने के लिए और भूपेश को इस प्रकार रिजेक्ट किया।
बेरोजगारी एक बड़ा मुद्दा हमने देखा, चाहे पीएससी का मामला हो, युवकों का प्रदर्शन हो, छात्रों का प्रदर्शन हो, लगातार एक नाराजगी लाखों की संख्या में छात्रों और उनके परिवारों में था। एक बड़ा मुद्दा वो रहा।
निश्चित रूप से जिस प्रकार बाकी भ्रष्टाचार तो ठीक है, मगर लाखों नवयुवकों की जिंदगी के साथ खिलवाड़ किया जा रहा था, वो उसका जबरदस्त आक्रोश छत्तीसगढ़ में दिखा।
इसके बाद अब बड़ा सवाल ये है कि मुख्यमंत्री भूपेश बघेल और उनके तमाम मंत्री तक पीछे दिखाई दे रहे हैं। कहीं ना कहीं ट्रस्ट डेफिसिट जो है इस पूरी सरकार के खिलाफ था।
पूरे तरह से जनता का अविश्वास मुख्यमंत्री और पूरे मंत्रिमंडल के ऊपर।
अब सवाल ये
All right, that's Raman Singh, former Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, speaking to our correspondent there. Let me cut across live to my colleague Arunil, who's on ground at the BJP headquarters in Raipur, where in fact celebrations are underway. We can see firecrackers, a long laddi there set. Arunil, the celebrations have well and truly begun at the BJP headquarters there.
At the BJP headquarters in Raipur, Madhav, you can see everybody is celebrating over here. Finally, the BJP workers have come out. They were basically waiting for a complete confirmation on their stupendous victory in Raipur. In fact, we spoke to Raman Singh as well. He also, you can see crackers being burst over here. Now, who will be the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh? That is also going to be a big question for the people of Chhattisgarh particularly. Yes, the victory is of the BJP. There are contenders for the CM post, as you can see. Crackers being burst over here are thrown out of the flag of the BJP. Everybody, the BJP workers are basically saying that they worked really hard for this victory. How they basically started campaigning way in advance. They learned from their defeat from 2018. Went from the BJP's think tank as well with respect to their campaigning in the state of Chhattisgarh. How they particularly targeted the alleged corruption of the Bhupesh Baghel government, as well as women voters, as well as tribal vote bank was massively targeted by the BJP in the state of Chhattisgarh, as well as according to the BJP there were some loopholes, there were some drawbacks from the Congress government that was being cashed down to by the BJP, which was there in the opposition. You can see these are the party workers. We speak to them.
आज रायपुर में छत्तीसगढ़ में दशहरा मनाया जा रहा है। आज असत्य पर सत्य की विजय हुई है, पाप पर पुण्य की विजय हुई है और 22 जनवरी को दिवाली मनाई जाएगी और आज दशहरा मनाया जा रहा है।
ये किसकी जीत है? मोदी साहब की जीत है क्या फिर रमन सिंह जी जो यहाँ के जो मेन सीएम थे 3 टाइम उनकी जीत है? और ये लोकसभा में भी आप दोहराओगे, आपको ये कॉन्फिडेंस है?
देखिए, ये हमारे तमाम कार्यकर्ताओं की जीत है, आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के गारंटी की जीत है, छत्तीसगढ़ के तमाम बड़े नेताओं की जीत है, ये हम सब की मेहनत की सामूहिक जीत है, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जीत है और जो असत्य का राज चल रहा था उस पर आज सत्य की जीत है। आज हम दशहरा मना रहे हैं, दिवाली का
2018 में आप पराजित हुए थे, इस बार कांग्रेस को आपने हरा दिया है।
They're speaking to the excited party workers. No surprises about their excitement. It's a victory that clearly was not predicted. And let me get to Rohan Mitra on that. Rohan, what went wrong in Chhattisgarh is a question that many would be asking, because because with the Chief Minister invoking, state pride, launching all of these big events, many thought that, or at least no exit poll at least predicted such a huge victory for the BJP and loss for the Congress in that state. What happened, Rohan?
Madhav, let's not mince any words today. Ashutosh ji said it very clearly. Nobody predicted Chhattisgarh. Nobody saw Chhattisgarh, the Congress was going to lose Chhattisgarh. I think it was overconfidence. I think our campaign lacked something. I mean, especially to lose out on the tribal votes, as your data is suggesting, that is a big disappointment. Somewhere down the line, I feel, and the fact of the matter was in Chhattisgarh, it was the Congress versus the BJP show. There was no partners there. It was supposed to be a straight fight, and the BJP was nowhere in the picture. I mean, I've seen the Prime Minister campaign mostly in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. His campaign in Chhattisgarh was not as ferocious as he made it in MP and Rajasthan. So for us to lose Chhattisgarh, it is a big disappointment. I mean, Mr. Baghel, who has led a government for the last 5 years, he's been one of our chief, star campaigners across the country. He has been in every place, and he's had an amazing governance record. For the BJP to bring up the Mahadev app just before the elections, when the elections were declared, and then we saw the videos which came out which was blaming him. I think somewhere down the line, the people believe those videos.
Okay, I'll let Tuhin Sinha respond to that. Tuhin Sinha, the Mahadev app, the timing of it perhaps affected the Congress's fortunes. A point, Rohan has not specifically said this, but there are others who've questioned the timing and whether this was part of a political strategy. Tuhin.
Well, in every state that the Congress manages to get, they perpetrate scams of an unprecedented nature. So Mahadev app was not the only scam. Gobar and Gothan scam, they did not even leave the poorest of the tribals. The liquor scam, the Colgate levy scam. So Chhattisgarh was apparently supposed to be their cash bank, their ATM for 2024. And people, the messaging of BJP was so clear that even the common man understood that. Chhattisgarh was being looted left, right and center by the Congress party, and that is precisely the same they are doing in Himachal. That is what they are doing in Karnataka. So people are now scared of financial anarchy. Now, Tehseen apparently was very outraged by my certain comments on the Congress party, but those comments were in response to somebody claiming on your channel that Congress has never said anything against the Hindus. So I was basically setting the agenda, but let's go beyond that. Even on the Adani issue, we know for a fact that the biggest businesses given to Adani in the last 2 or 3 years have been from the states of Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. So this kind of hypocrisy was not going down well with the people, and neither with their
hypocrisy, saying one thing in Delhi, doing something else in the states. There are several questions over here, and also the image of Congress that he's referring to as a party that is associated with scams. How much has that hurt? Tehseen?
No, the biggest scam that has happened is that we have a government, a union government, that actually claims to have delivered itself. What it calls its delivery, it calls it welfare, but calls others revdi. So I think that is the biggest scam. That what we do is chamatkar, what others do is gunegar. I don't think that is the point. Welfare is the way forward. The point out here is that this is not an election about Adani or as simplistic as that. Where did the Congress lose the election? The Congress lost the election on 3 points in the Hindi heartland. Point number 1, the abuse of Sanatan Dharma. It shouldn't have happened, period. Those who abused Sanatan Dharma got away, action should have been taken. Number 2, the OBC caste census. It was never going to work in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh tribal state, Madhya Pradesh had Shivraj Singh Chouhan, Babulal Gaur, Uma Bharti, all who were OBC leaders. Third, the Congress, also the management, particularly in Rajasthan, with all these YouTubers, Smita ji coming in to show us governance model. You see, it can't be like that. There has to be a substance. Now, I'm asking a very simple question. Today you lost Rajasthan. Will Ashok Gehlot ji take responsibility after all the name calling to Sachin Pilot?
I want you to come in. I want JVC to come in on this. JVC, what actually has happened in Chhattisgarh? You are the few people who said that it's too close to call, or that perhaps BJP perhaps has the edge over there.
I said BJP is going to win 48 to 50 seats, and Congress will be restricted to 40 seats. Because when I went to the ground, on the ground, the first thing is people said Baghel is going to form the government again. But when we drill down the questions, how are the women voting? Or the government employees voting? How are the youth voting? How are the marginalized farmers voting? The only thing which came out very clear was Baghel was getting the votes of the large landowning farmers just because of the loan waiver. And Modi ka guarantee had gone, had cut touch a chord with the people of Chhattisgarh, particularly the women. 50 lakh women, they were given guarantee card and they had signed. This is something unprecedented which had happened on the ground. And you should know that Chhattisgarh, like Madhya Pradesh, there is a BJP unit, there is a Sangh which has been present for a very, very long time. Kushabho Thackeray is the one who developed this particular state. And Atalji was the one who created this state. As a result of which there are BJP loyalists in the state. And there was anger against Baghel, which was not coming out. Rowdyism was at its peak. And there was also Rohingya Muslims have been put into Chhattisgarh at many places. Then this is something which it was there. It was there. It is there.
Nowhere. They are all. Look,
Congress is trying to change the demography.
Just give me a second. I need to object to this. I really need to object to this. 1 second. First of all, the Rohingya Muslims. Let's just get this out. Let's get this developed. It is the union government that defends them being in India by saying that they've got a United Nations refugee card. The union government, Tushar Mehta, on affidavit. Please, you want to remove the Rohingya Muslims, it's the union government's call. No state government has any right. How can you, please tell me, Madhav, how can Rohingya Muslims who are in Delhi
let's come back to what
are you saying election commission is involved? Please, we should agree the BJP won. I'll call out where the Congress was wrong. But to say Congress got Rohingya Muslims, I'll ask you a question.
There's a charge of opinion. Okay, one second. There are many issues. There are many issues.
No, I'm apologize for this. How can you not apologize?
One at a time.
You are saying Rohingya Muslims were bought by Congress?
Karnataka also. 60,000.
And everywhere Congress is bringing Rohingya
No, the
Muslims.
point.
Gentlemen, calm down. Let's just come back. Let's come back to the issue we are discussing. We are discussing results, please. One at a time.
The demography of the state. And that is the reason why. That is the reason why. That is the reason why this is the kind of results they're getting. On the top of it, Baghel kept on claiming that.
JVC, let's substantiate. Let's make claims that we can substantiate.
How can you say a political party is indulging in treason?
I'm going to cut across live to what Acharya Pramod Krishnam has said as to the reasons for the Congress's failure according to him. Let's cut across live to that.
सनातन का विरोध हमें ले डूबा। जातिवादी राजनीति को कभी इस देश ने स्वीकार नहीं किया है। 6 सितंबर 1990 का राजीव गांधी जी का भाषण है संसद में, वो सुन लीजिएगा। ये देश अगर जातिवादी होता तो विश्वनाथ प्रताप सिंह को गांव-गांव पूजा जाता। विश्वनाथ प्रताप सिंह जी जब मंडल लाए थे, उनसे बड़ा कोई जातिवाद का कार्ड खेलने वाला नेता नहीं हुआ। लेकिन विश्वनाथ प्रताप सिंह जी की हालत इस देश में क्या हुई, ये सबके सामने है। तो इसलिए जातिवादी राजनीति और सनातन का विरोध, ये हमें ले डूबे। ये सनातन का श्राप है।
Let's go across to Vivek Silas of the Samajwadi Party, who's also joining us on the broadcast. Vivek Silas, how much do you agree with Pramod Krishnam, who says that the kind of perception of the Congress party, particularly the comments made on Sanatan, have hurt it in this election? Vivek.
Yes, I feel what Mr. Pramod Krishnan has said, Honorable, is somewhere that is that is what is happening in India, and people and parties like Congress have to rethink their strategy. And congratulations to the Bharatiya Janata Party, their leaders and their supporters, and the spokesperson who is sitting with me in the panel. It's a thumping victory for the Bharatiya Janata Party. I think the India Alliance and the Congress Party especially have to regroom their strategy, what they are going to do and how they are going to do in 2024. And because the elections are on head. So we have to think what we have to do, because Samajwadi
Party... Swami Prasad Maurya in your party, sir, who the BJP alleges time and again is making anti-Sanatan, anti-Hindu statements?
Can I come in, please? If the Congress party has to rethink, then I think definitely the Samajwadi Party has to rethink their strategy. That is what I meant to say.
Yeah, you want to respond to what he's saying, Smita Prakash?
Yeah, this whole question of re-strategizing, after what Pramod Krishan ji said, that the Sanatan comments made by Congress, it's something that the Congress has to rethink. And what Mr. Vijay also said, he re-strategize karna chahiye. But the young guns are the ones who made that comment on Sanatan. They are not piping down. Now the new strategy that they're going to adopt is the north-south divide in politics. They've already tweeted south, south. So it's as if they're seceding. So this Dravidian versus north, because where you're celebrating, or the BJP is celebrating that the Hindi heartland, by going on saying Hindi heartland, you are making that divide. You're making a divide between Hindi heartland and Dravidian politics. And that is exactly what these young guns who are advising Mr. Rahul Gandhi are going to go on saying this. You had Renuka Chaudhary on this show who said that. After that, you've seen the tweets that they have done right now. Praveen, Priyank, all these people are going, Karti. They are the ones who have said south, south. So already the divisions, the fissures have started on this north-south divide, and that is going to continue because they are going to think 2.5 states is with them. 2 states in their kitty, which is Telangana and Karnataka, and half as far as Tamil Nadu.
But I want to bring in Ashutosh on this one tweet. I'm going to bring in fact, Vivek as well on this. Amik Jamai, who's his colleague and another spokesperson, Samajwadi Party, says Congress को तय करना होगा कि उनके निशाने पर भाजपा आरएसएस है या क्षेत्रीय दल. उन्हें बिहार, उत्तर प्रदेश का मोह त्यागना होगा. केसीआर साहब की हार अफसोसनाक है. क्षेत्रीय दलों को अब सेक्युलर देश के नेतृत्व के लिए आगे बढ़ना होगा और आदरणीय अखिलेश यादव जी एक बड़े रोल में सामने आने वाले हैं जिनके पास युवा शक्ति है जो भाजपा का रथ यूपी में रोक सकती है. What's going to happen as far as the India alliance is concerned is a big question. Ashutosh?
Nothing will happen. I've been saying it. See, the fact is that the India alliance has realized why they are together, because they know if they are not together, they can't defeat Narendra Modi. If they can't defeat Narendra Modi, then half of them will be in jail and half of them will be somewhere else. Will take sannyas and go somewhere else. So this whole alliance together is for this particular realization. So whether the Congress had won all 3 states, whether Congress has lost all 3 states is immaterial. From now onwards, you will say there will be definite togetherness. Congress will find it difficult to bargain seats. But if you look at North India, where the Congress is Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and all these places, where is Samajwadi Party, where is the BSP except one place here and there? So the real realignment will have to happen in Bihar, in Maharashtra, because where they are in alliance with other 2 political parties in Bihar also. So if they could stitch a good alliance there, and I'm very sure that in Maharashtra and Bihar that will happen. In UP, it is the Akhilesh Yadav has to decide. In Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, it is the Congress who has to decide. After this victory, the massive victory of the Congress party, they all have realized if they commit the same mistakes, all of them are doomed.
Okay, big breaking news coming in. Ashok Gehlot all set to submit his resignation at 5 o'clock this evening. That's the latest update coming in. More a procedural requirement, of course, more than anything else, but clearly conceding defeat. That's a big update coming in as far as Ashok Gehlot is concerned. But Vivek Salas, you just heard Ashutosh. The question that many are asking is whether, the kind of role that Samajwadi Party played in states such as Madhya Pradesh has actually damaged the Congress, and what are we looking at in terms of the India alliance from here on? Because perhaps you will have a situation where the Congress party may not be in a bargaining position. What exactly are we looking at from the regional party's point of view and what they're going to demand from the Congress? Vivek Salas.
As far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned, I think it was the Congress party that ditched the Samajwadi Party. There's no doubt about it. We were hoping for 6 seats. We were promised also.
But they said there was no state alliance. अब suddenly state में seats मांगने लग गए. हमारा national alliance था, state alliance नहीं था. कहते हैं Congress party ये कह रही है.
You know what's funny, Madhav?
This is what
they were thinking that they'll damage the Congress.
This is what
they don't
we
even
said.
have the potential
this is
to
what
damage.
Mr.
They have
Akhilesh
nothing.
Yadav said.
Okay.
अस्तित्व ही नहीं है कि damage भी कर सके.
Okay.
तो हालत है
इनकी. As far as नहीं उत्तर प्रदेश की बात करिए ना, जहां तक उत्तर प्रदेश की बात है, डेफिनेटली समाजवादी पार्टी got 37.5% votes in Uttar Pradesh.
Bihar alliance with BJP stitched in 2019. BJP had won in 2014 22 seats, but they realized the importance of JDU and they realized the importance of alliances. They conceded 5 winning seats.
Right.
They contested only 17 seats. So which political party is going to lose to concede winning seats?
Okay.
If the India alliance do not realize this, that you have
is
to
what I was just about to say.
The
Congress has to be flexible.
Madhav,
in Uttar Pradesh or Bihar, even in West Bengal.
One second. what Acharya Pramod Krishnan said, and he's tweeted this, Congress ko Sanatan ka shrap le duba. I mean, these are real, this is a real harsh reality. And Tehseen also said this, that Sanatan, abusing Sanatan is not going to work in the Hindi heartland, and Samajwadi Party is going to learn it the hard way in UP as well.
Okay.
So you can't have this politics of divisiveness, whether it is north-south, as Smitaji said, or dividing along caste lines. This has been outrightly rejected by the electorate.
Okay,
that's the big takeaway.
Tuhin wants to come in. Yes, Tuhin.
माधव, देखिए आपके शो में जो समाजवादी पार्टी के प्रवक्ता हैं विवेक जी, वो एक परिपक्व, वो मैच्योर व्यक्ति हैं. मैं चाहूंगा कि आज जो है वो स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य के स्टेटमेंट्स के लिए, जो बाहियात स्टेटमेंट्स वो देते आए हिंदू समाज के विरुद्ध में, उसके लिए आपके शो में माफी मांगे. देखिए जब तक ये लोग इंडी अलायंस माफी नहीं मांगेंगे, दयानिधि मरण से लेकर, एक सेकंड, दयानिधि मरण से लेकर प्रियांक खारगे से लेकर आरजेडी के जितने लोगों ने ये एंटी सनातन कैंपेन चलाया था, डीएमके के तो एक मंत्री ने कहा था कि इंडी अलायंस का फॉर्मेशन ही सनातन को खत्म करने के लिए होगा. इतनी शर्मनाक बातें इन्होंने की है सनातन धर्म के खिलाफ, एंड कांग्रेस स्पेसिफिकली had got into the habit of.
Okay, we have limited time. I'm going to give a chance to Vivek Salas to respond to Vivek Salas. The BJP spokesperson saying that you should apologize for the statements made by Mr. Swami Prasad Maurya. Your response to Tuhin Sinha?
I think Madhav, I've already stated that the Samajwadi Party has to rethink, and very seriously we have to rethink. I'm no one to say apologize on the television. I'm not that big shot that I should.
You're a spokesperson for the party, sir.
You
speak for the party. You speak for the party. You have been authorized to speak for the party. Of course you can.
Definitely the Samajwadi Party has to rethink.
Okay, Samajwadi Party has to rethink. Quick closing comment from Tehseen.
I think, and I have said this openly, the Stalin comment on Sanatan has harmed the Congress party and this election. Now, I am telling you, Tuhin, you apologize for Sanjay Nishad's statement for what he said about Raja Dashrath. Do you? That's the difference between Vivek and Tehseen and Tuhin. We will call a wrong. You will not have the guts to call it. Bolo aap. Ab aap bolo national TV pe.
Okay, Tuhin.
Sanjay Nishad ne kya bola? Bolo aap.
Tuhin, we're almost out of time. Quick response, please.
किस कमेंट के लिए माफी मांगने के लिए कह रहे हैं?
अभी तो श्याम प्रकाश ने भी बोला, इन्हीं के विधायक यहाँ बगल से आते हैं. आपके विधायक ने भी
बोला, इनको कन्वीनियंटली पता नहीं होगा क्या होगा के लिए. अब इनको पता ही नहीं होगा.
महालक्ष्मी को उल्टा सीधा बोला है उन्होंने.
नहीं, किस कमेंट के लिए? नहीं, मुझे नहीं पता है, बिकॉज हम आपके टॉप नेता जो हैं, आपके टॉप नेता
संजय निषाद जी ने कहा है कि राजा, उन्होंने अभद्र शब्दों का प्रयोग किया. सुनिए तुहिन भाई, संजय निषाद जी ने अभद्र शब्दों का प्रयोग किया राजा दशरथ और भगवान राम के लिए. आप उसके लिए माफी मांगिए. अरे आप माफी मांगिए पहले.
All right, we leave it there. Clearly, no apologize coming.
By issuing a special tweet.
All right, the big breaking update coming in. Raman Singh Tomar has won from Dhimni. That's a big update. He was trailing right through the morning and in fact has now won the election. So once again, a big development there. All the central leaders, the members of parliament, union ministers, by and large in Madhya Pradesh appear to have won. So a big development there coming in as far as Raman Singh Tomar is concerned. Union minister who was trailing, and now we're told that by a few thousand votes ahead and has won the election. So that latest update coming in as well. Slipping into a quick break. We'll be back with a lot more. Stay tuned.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth.
स्किल, स्टील और दिल से बन रहा है भारत. AMNS India, smarter steels, brighter futures.
सपने आपके, लैमिनेट्स हमारा. अमेजिंग स्पेसेस के लिए ग्रीन लैम लैमिनेट्स. कुछ मेरा, कुछ तुम्हारा.
What you're missing on the inside is waiting for you out there. Write the missing part of your story. The new Safari. Reclaim your life.
How can we expect things to get better when the technology we use remains the same? Only a revolution can bring a real change. Like Epson EcoTank printers. With heat-free technology, they use less power, generate less e-waste, and save on printing cost. It's not just a printer, it's a revolution. Join the eco-revolution with me.
सपने आपके, लैमिनेट्स हमारा. अमेजिंग स्पेसेस के लिए ग्रीन लैम लैमिनेट्स. कुछ मेरा, कुछ तुम्हारा.
Our deliberations are accurate. Our discoveries based on true insights. हम बात करते हैं तर्क पर और हमें तलाश है सिर्फ जवाब जो हो तथ्यों पर आधारित और हो सच के साथ. I am Swati Joshi और मैं हूं अमिता वाधवा. Watch us debate the best of the best. The morning news hour.
Co-presented by Century Laminates by Manish Malhotra. Fashion for your furniture. In association with TVS Apache RTR 164V Special Edition. Unstoppable, unskippable. In association with Qatar Airways, going places together. In association with the new TVS N-Torque 125 Race XP, play smart.
When journalism is led by integrity, and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth, and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question.
Now, looking at the overall pictures, it's also very important here to highlight the key battles, the key fights, and big leaders, big netas, the stalwarts. In fact, some of them have lost the elections or are trailing, an indication what the result is going to be. Let's take a look at who those big names are that we're talking about. These are the big upsets. Let's first start with KCR. We're talking about the Kamareddy seat in Telangana. And in Telangana, remember, it's a three-way fight between the BJP, the Congress and the BRS. KV Ramana of the BJP is trailing. Mr. Revanth Reddy, the TPCC chief, is leading. And K. Chandrasekhar, Chief Minister of Telangana, the chief of the BRS, is trailing. So clearly here, Mr. Revanth Reddy is the giant killer as far as this Kamareddy seat is concerned. K. Chandrasekhar, the chief minister, is trailing. He seems to be losing this battle. Moving on now, let's take a look at other big faces who are trailing at this point of time. These are the big upsets as far as the party are concerned. Bandi Sanjay Kumar of the Bharatiya Janata Party is trailing. A three-way fight between the BJP. As far as the Congress candidate is concerned, it's Purumala Srinivas. And from the BRS, it is Gangula Kamalakar. Gangula Kamalakar is leading this fight from the constituency of Karimnagar. So Bandi Sanjay is trailing, which in fact is a big upset as far as the BJP is concerned. Let's in fact quickly also go across to our guests before we take a look at more details of the stalwarts who seem to be trailing or losing the battle. We have Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP. We have Asif Bhamla, political analyst. JVC Sriram, political strategist and commentator. Rohan Mitra, political analyst. Varis Pathan, national spokesperson of the AIMIM. And we have Dinesh Chaudhary, spokesperson of the BRS. Good afternoon to all of you. Mr. Chaudhary, I want to come to you first. What happened in Kamareddy?
The thing is, the opposition party with its guarantees and unassailable false promises managed to influence the people. That we have to agree. And also, regarding Kamareddy, the master plan, which we have tried to implement there and convert Kamareddy town into a Tier 2 city of Telangana, has backfired. So I think that might be the reason. But we will conduct our post-poll analysis after the results have finally emerged. But as of now, the 6 guarantees or the manifesto promises, अगर आप हिंदी में बोलना चाहेंगे, तो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने जो मुंह में आया वो बोल दिया सत्ता के लिए. तो नेचुरली 10 साल के गवर्नमेंट्स के बाद पब्लिक कुछ नया चाहने चाहेगी. तो वो उनके पक्ष में चला बोल के हम अभी तक तो मान रहे।
जी चलिए, आपका एनालिसिस ये है, लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी और बहुतों को लगता है कि जो ग्राफ्ट के चार्जेस, करप्शन चार्जेस लगाए गए और द जाइब्स दैट वर टेकन ऑफ फार्म हाउस चीफ मिनिस्टर actually seems to have worked in their favor. Stay on with us. We have some breaking inputs coming in. Times Now, in fact, has accessed list of probables. Congress is ready with the cabinet list. We have Somit joining us in the broadcast with more details. Somit, take us through that list. We're given to understand, and this is in fact, what was being said even before the elections happened and the campaigning was on, that the chief minister will be Revanth Reddy. Take us through other names as well. Somit, can you hear me?
Well, we have put out the probables, and also even we have even stated given the exact number. We can clearly see here Revanth Reddy is inside, and right now we can clearly see. Can you hear me?
Yes.
आवाज नहीं आ रहा क्या? Can you hear me? Can you confirm my audio? Well, I know we can clearly see here police have barricaded this area. We are in Indira Bhavan right now in Nampalli, the Congress headquarters, and we can clearly see here police have barricaded the area, and Revanth Reddy is inside, and basically, we have also accessed the list of probables, and also the candidates who are surely will be finding the place in the cabinet, and also mainly the candidates will be Batti Vikramarka, Komatreddy, Venkat Reddy, Uttam Kamareddy, Sridhar Babu. Sitaka is having high chances, and also Madhyashki, mostly, he has lost the seat, but, he's having high chances from the BC quota, and also Ponguleti Srinivas Reddy is under consideration, Jagga Reddy is being considered, Shabbir Ali and Feroz Khan and others are having high chances. So this is the probables we can say, and Revanth Reddy will be the chief minister, and even Uttam Kamareddy has come out and stated that if the leaders say that, if the AICC say that, I will abide by it. So former PCC president, even he himself is directly or indirectly.
So let's go through these names one by one, and you can help us understand the significance and why they have been included in this particular list. Beginning with the chief ministerial face, Revanth Reddy. Of course, the credit goes to him as far as the revival of the Congress party is concerned. The fact that the Congress party has been able to win for the first time in Telangana since its formation, the credit is being given to him. So the chief ministerial face is very, very clear. Let's take us through other names. What about Batti Vikramarka? What is the logic behind this decision? Why is he being included in the list?
Well, Batti is also known as second big face from the Telangana for the Congress party, because he's having he's the SC face from the state, and also very prominent name when it comes to the SC community, we can say, and even across the state he attracts the SC voters, and also he is very much prominent leader in the Congress party after Revanth Reddy, we can say, and also he is also the floor leader of the Congress party in 2018 to 2000. In 2018, he was elected from the SC constituency, and even this time, he is leading there in the Madhya, and also he has been elected as a floor leader for the CLP leader for the Congress party, and we can say that he is the second prominent face from the Congress party. So obviously, SC face, actually he was being considered as the chief minister initially, but because Revanth Reddy has led the party, and also he has ensured that party get through the tough time after 2018. So after he took over as the president, and several times openly the leaders came out and spoke about Revanth Reddy, but he ensured that he get through the party from the tough time. And Batti Vikramarka is the second such name, and also is a very prominent leader from the Telangana state, so he will be finding the place in the cabinet.
Right. What about Komati Reddy, Venkat Reddy?
Well, Kamareddy Venkat Reddy is also known for, Reddy votes, and also he predominantly belonged to Nalgonda district, actually, where Congress has always won from that area, and, almost Congress is sweeping Nalgonda apart from just 1 or 2 seats. So, Kamareddy Venkat Reddy and also Kamareddy brothers, we can say, Kamareddy Venkat Reddy and also his brother Kamareddy Rajgopal Reddy, who recently have fought for the BJP in the Munugodu by polls, and later he has joined the Congress party after Kamareddy Venkat Reddy, his brother, who is in the Congress party since last 35 to 40 years. So very senior leader in the Congress party, we can say, since his political career in the Congress party is around 40 years, and he has almost won. He has won around 3 to 4 times MP and 4 times MLA, and even this time, he's winning from the Nalgonda seat. So we can say that he doesn't only influence just Nalgonda, but also he influences Bongir, Nalgonda, and entire Nalgonda district. We can say that 7 to 10 seats he influences, and he and his brother are known because he even served as
considered. Some have a high chance of getting included, while there are some that short will get an opportunity and will find their name in the cabinet list. Stay on with us, Somit. We have some breaking inputs coming in. In fact, KTR has tweeted after the defeat, and remember what he said about the exit polls. He said he does not believe any of it because he said, wait for a surprise. This morning, in fact, he tweeted and said, get ready for celebrations. And he also said that his party is going to be performing well and there'll be a hat-trick. But now, after the loss, after the defeat, here is a tweet by KTR. He says, and I quote, grateful to the people of Telangana for giving BRS party 2 consecutive terms of government. Not saddened over the result today, but surely disappointed as it was not expected lines for us. But we will take this in our stride as a learning and will bounce back. Congratulations to Congress party on winning the mandate. Wishing you good luck. So, Somit, now, of course, after the defeat, KTR has humbly accepted. Before that, after the exit poll results, he said, we're not believing any of this because we are bound to come back. And he also asked his party cadre to start celebrating before the results came.
Well, initially, I'll just ask Vijay to show the crowd here. Revanth Reddy is inside, and we can clearly see the crowd cheering for, the Congress party. And we can just see how crowd gathered here in large number in the Congress party. And mainly, we can say that, they are giving this credit to Revanth Reddy. And KTR, day before yesterday, he didn't accept the defeat. He didn't even, accept the exit polls. And he has said that we will not believe exit polls, and we will believe only exact polls. And he even went to an extent calling exit polls exit polls are nonsense, and he has ridiculed several organizations and surveys who have given exit polls after 5:30 p.m. On the polling day. And now we can clearly see, by seeing this crowd, we can understand how Congress fought on the ground, battleground. We can see we never saw these many police personnel in the Gandhi Bhavan. We can see task force and also law and order reserve force have been deployed here to only ensure that the situation remains peaceful. So basically we can say that the credit is being given to Revanth Reddy, and now KTR coming out openly, and he has initially ridiculed the surveys. Initially he has called these surveys as nonsense, and now he has come out and openly accepting the defeat of the BRS party, and now they are saying that it's unfortunate that we lost to the Congress. But Congress leaders are they were confident. Even Revanth Reddy was confident. He spoke to us exclusively on the polling day, and he said that we will be winning, and also we will be getting more than 70 to 80 seats. And
so
finally,
keep tracking all the developments and details, and we'll keep coming back to you. Let's quickly go across to our guests. We have Rohan Mitra, political analyst, on the broadcast with us. Rohan Mitra, you earlier heard the BRS leader. Was it the graft charge? Was it political campaigning directly attacking the chief minister? What worked in Congress party's favor?
Good evening, Swati. I just wanted to first answer to the allegations made by my friend from the BRS. The Congress has just formed the government. We've just got the majority. So our promises, what are we going to fulfill or not? That's a long-term game that will come up in the next election. So for them to say that the Congress promises are not going to work, that itself is shameful. I'm glad that their leader, Mr. KTR, has humbly accepted the defeat. If you remember, when Telangana was formed, there was a promise from the TRS to align with the Congress in 2014. So if anybody has failed on the promises, it's the TRS, which did not align with the Congress when Telangana was formed. Because the Congress under Sonia Gandhi ji and Manmohan Singh ji took a big political decision which might have hurt its own political interests in United Andhra Pradesh to form Telangana. So today, the Congress is back in Telangana and we are going to form a government. And we'll see over the course of the next 5 years how the government forms out and the promises will be definitely taken care of. Coming back to the point, Mr. Revanth Reddy and the Congress campaign took off at the right time. They peaked at the right time. Right after the elections were declared, Mr. Reddy, who was always on the front foot, if you notice, he's been on the front foot for the last 1.5 years. He has taken up the fight with the TRS straight up, and this election was fought in his leadership and the Congress High Command with Mr. Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra, which spent a significant time in Telangana. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Quickly, I just want to take a look at the vote share. Ms. Mitra, stay on with us, and I have to go across to our other guests as well. Talking about the BRS, as far as BRS's vote share overall in Telangana is concerned, it's at 38.69%, and the Congress party has a vote share of 40.04%. So not much of a difference if you take a look at the vote share. BJP has a vote share of 15.24%, AIMIM 0.89%. As far as the others are concerned, it's 5.14%. Varis Pathan, I want to come to you very quickly because the BRS, AIMIM combined was it not able to impress the voters. Remember, everybody called the other party a B team of the other party, saying कांग्रेस को वोट देंगे तो वो AIMIM को चला जाएगा, AIMIM को दे देंगे तो वो बीजेपी को चला जाएगा, और इसी में आप उलझ गए क्या? Mr. Varis Pathan, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear. Was this question posed to me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. See, the first thing is many congratulations to those who have won. Still, there is a lot of time. See, we should wait till 6 or 6:30. Counting is going on. And it's a people's mandate. We live in democracy, festival of democracy. We should accept defeat or win, whatever comes. But as far as we are concerned, we contested in 9 seats in Telangana. And I am hopeful that still 6 you are showing that we are leading. But still there is 1 more seats where we will be winning. So we will be out of the 9. We are winning 7 seats with margin. And the 2 remaining seats, that also I am sure that we will be winning it. And now the Congress, people have given them the vote. Though KCR has worked really very hard in the last 10 years. We were expecting the KCR to form the government and become chief minister for the third very time because people have voted for the BRS. But what happened there was that in few of the seats where we contested, let me tell you very frankly, the BJP and the Congress came together to ensure that our candidates lose. But people have voted for us. In Goshamel constituency, the Congress gave a dummy candidate to ensure that Raja Singh wins. That is the truth. I was present very much there. Even in Nampally, what happens? The BJP never came there for campaigning, and it was understanding between the Congress and the BJP. But anyways, now the election is over. But we are
understanding
confident
between the Congress and the BJP. That's a very interesting analysis. And even during poll campaign, you kept on saying that these parties are working together and they are fooling the voters. I know Sanju Verma wants to come in. Asif Bhamla, stay on with us. I'll take a quick reaction from both of you. Let's quickly take a look at the seat share as far as Telangana is concerned. Now, this is what the seat share tells you about these elections. BRS has been able to back 40 seats so far. Like Mr. Varis Pathan says, there's still time. He says, wait till the counting is officially over. But so far, BRS has 40 seats, Congress Plus has 65, BJP Plus has 8, AIMIM 6, and others have nothing in their kitty so far. Sanju Verma, so Congress and BJP work together. That's what Varis Pathan is saying, कि आप लोगों ने एक साथ काम किया और उनके prospects hamper हो गए. How do you respond to that? Sanju Verma, can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, Swati, I just heard you now. I think there was some glitch. I was not able to hear the last bit. Could you please come again?
No, I was just talking about Varis Pathan's analysis and allegation that you worked with the Congress party and that has hampered their prospects.
You know, me and Varis Pathan, we've had some very acrimonious debates on various channels. We are at each other's throats most of the time. I have to say this, that the good thing is that AIMIM has been able to convert with a very less vote share. The number of seats that it has been able to convert, that has gone up. So that is on the positive side. On the negative side, this time they were contesting not on 7 but 9 seats, the additional 2 seats being Rajendra Nagar and Jubilee Hills. And I said this to Varis 2 days back on another channel, and he got all annoyed and irritated. I said, on last count, going by exit polls, it seems you guys will end up with 6 seats, not even 7 that you historically have got. And getting 6 seats means that you're down about 28-29% from your original tally of 2018. And I think that is how it is going to pan out. But coming to this charge that we are the B team of XYZ, anyone who knows the BJP knows, we either fight on a standalone basis or we fight with our allies, and we don't do this shadow boxing from parde ke piche se. So we are not people who are shadow boxers. The more important point is this, Swati. If you look at the BJP's Telangana results, most pollsters were saying, 4 ya 5 seat milengi. But Arvind Dharmapuri, in an interview to Padmaja Joshi on the day of the exit polls on 30th November, said, 5 to sirf meri parliamentary constituency Nizamabad se milengi. Plus, we will end up getting another 4 seats from Karimnagar and Adilabad. And I think Arvind Dharmapuri's words seem to be coming to fruition.
Right.
I'm not saying 8 is a great tally, but from getting 1 seat in 2018 to getting 8 seats now, and that too. Swati, what I like most about our Telangana numbers is that in the Lok Sabha 2019 elections, our vote share in Telangana was 19.65.
Okay.
And we managed to get 4 seats, 4 Lok Sabha seats. Isma, though you cannot compare Lok Sabha with an assembly election.
Right, but you're saying compared to 2018, it's a big leap, and the performance of the BJP has only gotten better. Asif Bamla, what is your analysis? Did the government, the current establishment, fail to deliver promises? That is the big reason, or did people actually, like the promises and the manifesto of the Congress party and believed the campaign against KCR, the graft charges, the allegations, him being called the farmhouse chief minister?
You see, I personally feel that the Telangana victory of the Congress is because of fatigue that was created there. I mean, of course, the shortcomings there by the TRS and its party, and the sense of non-deliverance which the people thought, and which is why the incumbency work of the 10 years. And again, it was a mood to change the nation. But let me tell you, today's day is for a day when Sangathan ki majbuti or Modi ki guarantee. These are the 2 things I would like to uphold for today's results, because of course, let me also tell you that the vision that we never even imagined that Madhya Pradesh would give us so much, and Chhattisgarh has been fabulously, something which was beyond the expectation of the BJP also. And not only that, let me also tell you, it is the moral poverty of the Congress by naming a prime minister like Narendra Modi by calling him names like Panwati.
Now, in your analysis, you are giving credit to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership. Let me ask you.
30 seconds.
Okay, it's a follow-up question. So in that case, when you talk about Telangana, will you give credit to Revanth Reddy and the regional leaders there, the big faces there, or will you give credit to Rahul Gandhi's leadership?
Of course, it's a local leadership there. As far as Rahul Gandhi's leadership is there, I would like to take you to Rajasthan, where 2 leaders are battling. I'm sure Sachin will be happy today, Sachin Pilot, because from past 5 years, 2 leaders are fighting with each other, and they're not able to find a solution there in a state like that. And thanks to them, that because of that, also that has been a reason that we have been able to also come back in the best numbers. Not only that, Madhya Pradesh has given us the best number.
Quick reaction from Mr. Mitra on that. It's the local leadership there. It's Mr. Revanth Reddy. It has got nothing to do with Rahul Gandhi or his magic or his leadership or his campaigning. Respond, Mr. Mitra.
Yeah, Swati. See, I don't want to rebut him because, when you asked me my first conversation with you, I clearly said that Mr. Revanth Reddy has been empowered by Mr. Gandhi and the Congress leadership under Sonia ji when he became the Telangana president. And since then, Mr. Reddy has been on the ground. And if you see the Bharat Jodo Yatra, which started in Tamil Nadu, then it came into Kerala, and then it went into Telangana, it spent a significant time in Telangana. And Mr. Reddy was in the forefront of the, the Bharat Jodo Yatra in Telangana. And the resonance it had with the people of Telangana, it set the stepping stone. So you cannot give him not give Mr. Rahul Gandhi credit for the victory today, because even Mr. Reddy, if you ask him, he will tell you that Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Mrs. Priyanka Gandhi, and Mrs. Sonia Gandhi and Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge have empowered him to the maximum for him to deliver what the results are today. The Congress has come back into power in Telangana, and this is the only silver lining we have today. So we have to give credit to Mr. Reddy and the whole Gandhi family and Mr. Kharge ji for winning this election in Telangana.
Okay. I want to bring in Mr. Chaudhary and your reaction to the latest tweet by KTR. When the exit polls were announced, Mr. KTR said, we don't believe in all of this. This is just a sham. We believe in our party and our performance, and this is going to be a hat trick for us. And in fact, before the trend started arriving, he asked the party cadre to start celebrating.
Let me ask you one thing. Every exit poll has predicted that the Congress will be retaining Chhattisgarh. Then what happened to Chhattisgarh exit poll? So if you find exit polls to be the Bhagavad Gita, Quran or Bible, how did Chhattisgarh fail?
That question will have to be asked to the Congress party as to how the Congress party responded to that. I'm asking you a question on your leader's reaction.
No, we had apprehensions regarding those exit polls because they were conducted before the polling concluded. The polling concluded on that day at 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. While the exit polls were given at 5:30. So we had our own apprehensions, and KTRG has expressed them. So no need to fault that.
Sanju Verma wants to come in.
Yeah. Swati, one thing, let's be very clear. The BJP today is ecstatic. We are elated. And, to Padmaja 2 days back on her national debate show, I had categorically said we are going to be forming the government and we will be winning a brute majority in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. I mentioned Chhattisgarh despite the popular narrative saying Rajasthan or Madhya Pradesh to BJP nikal legi, but Chhattisgarh mein Congress वापस सत्ता में रहेगी. Be that as it may, I think the moot point we need to understand.
Interrupting you at this moment, Sanju Verma, I'm joined by none other than Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chouhan. Shivraj ji, बधाई आपको. अनप्रेसिडेंटेड विक्ट्री है आपके लिए मध्य प्रदेश में, ऐसे समय पर जब सब कह रहे थे कि क्लोज फाइट है, बीजेपी को मुश्किल है, आज चुनाव के नतीजों के बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे?
मैं तो आश्वस्त था बहुत पहले से, क्योंकि मैं जनता के बीच में रहता हूं. एक परसेप्शन सा खड़ा किया था कांग्रेस ने कि बीजेपी हारेगी, एंटी इनकम्बेंसी है. एंटी इनकम्बेंसी नहीं, प्रो इनकम्बेंसी थी. विकास का असर था, जन कल्याणकारी योजनाओं का असर था. आप देखेंगे कि 2018 में भी हम केवल पीछे रह गए थे, लेकिन वोटों में हम पीछे नहीं रहे. तो यहाँ कोई एंटी इनकम्बेंसी थी ही नहीं. यहाँ तो विकास की लहर थी, जन कल्याणकारी योजनाओं की लहर थी. और प्रधानमंत्री श्रीमान नरेंद्र मोदी जी पूरे देश के जनता के मन में है. एमपी के मन में भी मोदी थे, उनकी गारंटियों ने असर किया. और डबल इंजन की सरकार के काम देखो, मध्य प्रदेश तो पिछड़ा और बीमारू राज्य था, आज हमने समृद्ध और विकसित राज्य बनाया है और अनेकों जन कल्याणकारी योजनाएं चलाई है, जिसके कारण जनता का प्यार सड़कों पे दिखता था. अब लाडली बहनाएं तो गले लगती थी, माथा चूमती थी, सिर पे हाथ फेरती थी, आंखों में आंसू आ जाती थे और कहते थे कि भैया अपन ही जीतेंगे. तो ये सब जब ऐसा वातावरण था तो हम कैसे हार सकते थे. इसलिए मैं कहता था कि कोई कांटे की टक्कर नहीं होगी, हम शानदार जीत हासिल करेंगे.
मैं पूछना चाहती हूं शिवराज जी कि कांग्रेस ने सॉफ्ट हिंदुत्व भी चलाया मध्य प्रदेश में और जाति जनगणना की बात भी कही. इन दोनों प्लैंक्स पर आप क्या समझते हैं कि कांग्रेस को आज जनता ने क्या जवाब दिया है?
मध्य प्रदेश में और देश में भी मैं मानता हूं, विशेषकर मैं मध्य प्रदेश की बात करूंगा, जनता काम देखती है. जनता केवल वोट बटोरने के लिए हम जातिगत जनगणना की बात करने लगे, हम और कोई बात करने लगे। देखो हिंदुत्व तो कोई चुनाव के लिए थोड़ी है, हिंदुत्व तो हृदय से होता है और वही जीने की पद्धति है। अब आप नाटक करोगे तो वो नाटक जनता के दिल और दिमाग पर असर नहीं करता, इसलिए जनता ने डबल इंजन की सरकार का काम देखा। मोदी जी के पीछे सारा देश खड़ा है, मध्य प्रदेश भी खड़ा है, और हमारे काम का जो लाभ जनता को मिला उसके कारण जनता ने हमें आशीर्वाद दिया। कांग्रेस का कोई नाटक, कोई नौटंकी नहीं चली।
शिवराज जी, मैं पूछना चाहती हूं आपसे कि आपकी पार्टी ने कहा वो तीनों राज्यों में बिना किसी मुख्यमंत्री के चेहरे के जाना चाहती हैं, और मध्य प्रदेश में आप 3 बार के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, फिर भी आपको एक मुख्यमंत्री कैंडिडेट नहीं कहा। मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूं, क्या ये रणनीति सही थी, और व्यक्तिगत तौर पर आप आहत हुए कि नहीं?
अगर कोई आहत हो जाए तो वो कार्यकर्ता कैसा, वो तो निपट स्वार्थी और निकृष्ट स्तर का व्यक्ति है अगर जो ऐसा सोचता है। हम भारतीय जनता पार्टी के माध्यम से हम देश की समृद्धि, विकास के लिए और जनता के कल्याण के लिए काम करते हैं। इससे भी बड़ा उद्देश्य है हमारे आइडियोलॉजिकल परिवार का भौतिकता की अग्नि में दग्ध विश्व मानवता को शाश्वत शांति के पथ का दिग्दर्शन कराना, यह भारत का लक्ष्य है। तो एक वैभवशाली, गौरवशाली भारत का निर्माण मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हो रहा है। तो हम एक मिशन के लिए काम करते हैं। हम इतने घटिया लोग थोड़ी हैं कि मैं कहाँ हूँ, अगर मैं कहाँ हूँ तो देश और समाज के लिए कौन सोचेगा। मैं वहाँ रहूँगा जहाँ मेरी पार्टी, मेरा मिशन मुझे तय करेगा। मेरा काम एक ही था, मैं मुख्यमंत्री हूँ, मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता हूँ, और मैं अपनी पार्टी को भारी बहुमत से कैसे जिताऊँ, ये मेरा धर्म था, ये मेरा कर्तव्य था। और इसलिए सबने देखा, आपने भी देखा होगा, मैंने दिन और रात काम अपनी पार्टी के लिए किया।
बिल्कुल, आपने दिन रात काम किया, और आप उन सारे केंद्रीय मंत्रियों के खेमों में भी गए जहां कोई आप पर उंगली ना उठा सके कि अरे भाई इतने बड़े नेता दिल्ली से आ गए हैं तो शिवराज जी नाराज हैं, नहीं गए। आप खास करके भागते दौड़ते दिन रात सब जगह रैलीज पर जाते हुए नजर आए। आपका भी कोई मैसेज था कार्यकर्ताओं को और आला कमान को?
मैसेज एक ही था, कार्यकर्ताओं से हम यही अपील करते थे कोई कसर ना रह जाए, क्योंकि ये काम प्रदेश की समृद्धि विकास के लिए तो जरूरी है, लेकिन देश के लिए भी जरूरी है भारतीय जनता पार्टी का जीतना। हम सौभाग्यशाली है कि उस युग में हमने जन्म लिया जब मोदी जी देश का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं। तो जरूरी था कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी मध्य प्रदेश में जीते ही और जिताएं, यही संदेश हमारा कार्यकर्ताओं को था। और आला कमान से तो हमने यही कहा कि हम बहुत अच्छे से जीतेंगे।
पर आपके राज्य से जब भी आकलन होते थे तो 125, 130 की बात होती थी। आपने कभी अंदाजा लगाया कि जनता का इतना बेशुमार प्यार मिलेगा कि 166 तक गिनती पहुंच जाएगी?
तो मैडम, मैंने कहा कि जनता का प्यार सड़कों पे था। आप भी अगर वीडियो क्लिपिंग्स अलग अलग रैलियों की देखेंगे, सभाओं के देखेंगे, आप रोड शोज के देखेंगे तो दिखाई देता था सड़कों पे। इसके बाद भी अगर कोई आंख का अंधा हो जाए तो मैं क्या कर सकता था। मैंने तो ये कहा कि कोई कांटे की टक्कर नहीं है, लाडली बहनाओं ने सारे कांटे निकाल दिए।
बिल्कुल, लाडली बहना स्कीम के बारे में कहा जाता है कि इस बार के चुनाव में बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा लाडली बहना स्कीम का। आप समझते हैं कि बहनों का आशीर्वाद रहा, मामा जी फिर एक बार रंग दिखा पाए कि कितनी तरह से वो महिला वोटर और महिलाएं मध्य प्रदेश की उनके दिल के करीब हैं?
देखिए, मध्य प्रदेश में महिला सशक्तिकरण की एक लंबी प्रक्रिया लाडली लक्ष्मी से 2005 से शुरू हुई थी। फिर हमने कन्या विवाह योजना शुरू की, फिर हमने 50% रिजर्वेशन स्थानीय निकाय के चुनाव में दिया, फिर सर्विसेज में दिया, फिर संबल योजना लाए, अनेकों योजनाएं हैं। मैं आज विस्तार में उसके नहीं जा रहा हूँ। उसकी एक कड़ी लाडली बहना थी। तो बहनों का विश्वास हम पर था और वो विश्वास आशीर्वाद बनकर हम पर बरसा।
आज बस कुछ ही समय पहले एक तस्वीर आपकी आई जहां शायद आपके घर में काम करने वाली एक गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉई आई, आपको एक गुलाब का फूल उन्होंने दिया। क्या कहा उन्होंने आपसे, और आप थोड़े भावुक नजर आए उस वक्त। क्या बातचीत हुई आप दोनों के बीच में?
मिली, देखिए मेरे लिए बहन बहन है, वो घर में काम करने वाली हो या आईएएस अफसर हो, मेरे लिए बराबर है। वो आई और मेरे गले से लग गई और उसकी आंखों से झरझर आंसू बह रहे थे, तो मैं भी गले लगा और मैं भी भावुक हो गया। और ये हालत कमोबेश कई जगह मेरी बहनों की है।
अगला मुख्यमंत्री मध्य प्रदेश का शिवराज सिंह चौहान होगा। शपथ ग्रहण कब होगा, कुछ दर्शकों को बताइए।
वो तय करना मेरा काम, वो तय करना मेरा काम नहीं है, पार्टी का काम है। पार्टी फैसला करेगी। हम लोग वो लोग हैं जो जिस काम के लिए कहा जाएगा वो काम करेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
कांग्रेस पार्टी को क्या संदेश देंगे आप,
और सभी दर्शकों को?
कांग्रेस पार्टी को क्या संदेश देंगे?
धन्यवाद नहीं, मैं कुछ नहीं कहना चाहूंगा, वो खुद सोचें। मैं कांग्रेस को क्या कह सकता हूं।
हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए शिवराज चौहान जी, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बधाई आपको। और अप्रत्याशित जो बढ़त आपको मिली है, शायद किसी पोल ने तो कम से कम इसकी उम्मीद नहीं की थी। हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए धन्यवाद। लेट्स सी वेयर दिस गोज, who becomes the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. We leave it at that for the moment. A short break and news coming up on the other side.
When journalism is led by integrity, and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth.
स्किल, स्टील और दिल से बन रहा है भारत। AIMIM इंडिया, स्मार्टर स्टील्स, ब्राइटर फ्यूचर्स। What you're missing on the inside is waiting for you out there. Find the missing piece of your puzzle. Write the missing part of your story. The new Safari. Reclaim your life.
Only a revolution can bring a real change. Like Epson EcoTank printers. With heat-free technology, they use less power, generate less e-waste, and save on printing cost. It's not just a printer. It's a revolution. Join the eco-revolution with me.
सपने आपके, लैमिनेट्स हमारा। अमेजिंग स्पेसेस के लिए ग्रीन लैम लैमिनेट्स, कुछ मेरा कुछ तुम्हारा।
When journalism is led by integrity, and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth, and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth. Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school. I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9, only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई?
She takes on
नम अक्षरों में यह नतीजा लिखा जाएगा कि जो सरकार 18 साल से मध्य प्रदेश में जनसेवा के पथ पे चली है, उसे इस प्रचंड बहुमत मध्य प्रदेश की जनता ने दिया है। और इसका अगर श्रेय किसी को जाता है तो प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को जाता है, हमारे दोनों मार्गदर्शक अमित शाह जी, जेपी नड्डा साहब को, और प्रदेश के अंदर हमारे पार्टी के अध्यक्ष बीडी शर्मा जी को और हमारे लोकप्रिय मुख्यमंत्री शिवराज सिंह चौहान जी को जाता है। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी का एक एक कार्यकर्ता जिसने तन मन के साथ, खून पसीना के साथ इस पार्टी को सिंचित किया है, उन सभी को जाता है। सभी को दो मेरे तरफ से प्रणाम।
कांग्रेस कह रही है धर्म का कार्ड चला और बीजेपी कह रही है कि मोदी की गारंटी।
देखिए, कांग्रेस को थोड़ा स्पोर्ट्समैन स्पिरिट सीखना होगा। खेल के समय में जीत होती है, खेल के समय में हार होती है। जो जीतता है उसके गले में माला पड़े, जो हारे वो भी अपने दिल पर लेकर हार को स्वीकार करे। ये ईवीएम मशीन को कसूरवार दिलवाना, लोगों को कसूरवार दिलवाना, और कल तो लड्डू और सब कुछ बट रहे थे। हमने कहा हम शांति से बैठेंगे और जनता का नतीजा हम स्वीकार करेंगे।
मुख्यमंत्री को लेकर सवाल हो रहे हैं, मुख्यमंत्री को लेकर के सवाल हो रहे हैं।
मध्य प्रदेश में हमारे मुख्यमंत्री शिवराज सिंह चौहान जी हैं। उनके जनहितैषी नीतियों के आधार पर और प्रधानमंत्री जी के पूर्ण एक तरफा एक सोच, विकास, प्रगति के आधार पर यह प्रचंड बहुमत आई है।
All right, we're getting some breaking inputs now from Shahjahanpur in Madhya Pradesh. Reports coming in of clashes between Congress and BJP workers. We're given to understand that counting was underway when the clashes broke out. So there's unrest in Shahjahanpur in Madhya Pradesh where clashes broke out, and these visuals on your screens are from Shahjahanpur. Govind is joining us with more details. Govind, what happened? What led to this?
Yeah, absolutely. Shahjahanpur is that place where first rally of Rahul Gandhi was conducted. In fact, during the election in assembly election in Madhya Pradesh, you know that where from Kala people, in fact, the rally was conducted where the Congress candidate Kunal Chaudhary has lost his election, and this is what a kind of clash seen between BJP and Congress supporters at AV Road. In fact, and many vehicles were vandalized, and definitely there was some issue over counting process. And pelting was also seen, and these all were just clashed to each other, the workers of BJP and Congress party, over some issue of counting. And after that, those who injured in this pelting and clash have been sent to the hospital for the treatment. So it's still to know that what is the detail and what was the root cause and other details for that this clash conducted, this clash happened there in that area.
Right, so you're saying those who have been injured have been taken for treatment. Has the situation been brought under control?
Yeah, now the situation is under control, but definitely before 2 hours ago, there was a clash scene, and later the picture comes out through social media, and those who just recorded in their mobile, those pictures are being circulated on WhatsApp groups and other platforms of social media. So this was the clash 2 hours ago occurred there in that area, but now the situation is entirely under control.
All right, Govind, thank you for getting us those details. We'll come back to you for more updates. Let's move on now and let's talk about the reactions that we are getting. We spoke to the women workers of the Bharatiya Janata Party on the performance of the party in Madhya Pradesh elections. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
तो हमारे साथ तमाम लाडली बहनाएं हैं यहाँ पर, और तस्वीरों में आप देखिए मुख्यमंत्री शिवराज सिंह चौहान को यहाँ पर विश करने आई हैं, और जिस तरह से इतने बड़े वोट प्रतिशत के साथ इतने बड़े पैमाने पर सीटें जीतकर बीजेपी एक बार फिर से सत्ता पर काबिज होने जा रही है। बात करते हैं कि क्या मुद्दे रहे। लाडली बहना चल पड़ी है, आपको लगता है?
हम लोग तीनों स्टेट में हम भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीती है, और भाई हमारे बहनों के लिए बहुत कुछ करे हैं। अब 5 साल तक वही राज करेंगे मोदी जी के साथ।
क्या उम्मीद थी इस बार? लग रहा था इतने प्रचंड बहुमत?
जी हाँ, पहले से मालूम था कि ये जीत बहुत अच्छी आएगी, और आने वाले सालों में भी इसी तरह से जीतेंगे। बीजेपी हमेशा जिंदाबाद थी, है और रहेगी।
क्या लग रहा है, क्या रूपरेखा रही?
देखिए, एमपी के मन में मोदी और मोदी के मन में एमपी। मोदी जी की गरीब कल्याणकारी योजनाएं, महिला हितैषी योजनाएं और मुख्यमंत्री शिवराज सिंह चौहान जी की लाडली लक्ष्मी और लाडली बहना का चमत्कार है, जादू हो गया। एक एक बहन ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वोट किया, नरेंद्र मोदी जी को आशीर्वाद दिया और शिवराज सिंह चौहान जी को आशीर्वाद दिया।
1250 से ऊपर जाएगा,
बिल्कुल जाएगा, 3000 तक जाएगा।
वो भी एक स्टेट में नहीं, 3 स्टेट में आ रहे नंबर।
All right, so now of course the big question is who will be the chief minister. As far as Chhattisgarh is concerned, we have some breaking inputs coming in. This is what our sources are telling us. We have accessed the names of those who are front runners. These are CM probables who are being considered by the party. Who all are there in this particular list? Let's take a look at them one by one. There is 3-time ex-chief minister Vishnu Dev Sahai. Apart from him, there is another tribal face, Ram Vichar Neta, who's also a front runner. Arun Sahu's name is also coming to the fore. He is from the OBC community and he is the state chief of the Bharatiya Janata Party. There's O.B. Chaudhary as well, former IAS. And remember, Home Minister Amit Shah, in fact, had praised him during campaigning. We have Arunil joining us with more details. Arunil, can you share more details on this list of CM probables, the front runners?
Well, Swati, at present I'm reporting from the BJP headquarters, state headquarters in Raipur. You can see the women workers are also very jubilant about this victory. Obviously, we'll discuss about the CM probable candidates as well. Certainly, Raman Singh is one of the front runners. We basically spoke to him earlier in the day as well. 3-time chief minister. If he becomes, he will obviously be vying for the 4th term. However, he clarified that it is the BJP top leadership which will be central leadership that will be deciding the CM candidate in the state of Chhattisgarh. Be it Arun Sahu, who is the state president of the BJP. We spoke to him earlier as well. He also put the onus and the ball in the court of the central BJP leadership. He is basically an OBC leader. So if at all the BJP is vying for an OBC leader for the top post, then Arun Sahu becomes a front runner. There is O.P. Chaudhary as well, former IAS officer who has been openly praised by Home Minister Amit Shah, basically saying that agar ye jeet gaya to main inko hum bada aadmi bana denge. An educated candidate certainly, and if a kind of a tribal candidate is also needed, then Sahai clearly comes into the picture for the Bharatiya Janata Party. आप बताइए कि कितनी खुश है आप महिलाएं, कितने टाइम से आप इस विक्ट्री के लिए लड़ रहे थे, अभी कैसा लग रहा है आपको?
देखिए, बहुत ज्यादा खुशी हो रही है और महतारी वंदन योजना जो आई है मोदी जी की गारंटी, उन्होंने महिलाओं को विश्वास दिलाया और महिला मोर्चा लगातार कांग्रेस के विरुद्ध में आंदोलन करते आई है और महिलाओं के दम पे सरकार बन रही है।
महतारी वंदन योजना basically was that every married woman in the state of Chhattisgarh, the BJP had promised to give them rupees 1,000 per month, so rupees 12,000 for the entire year. All the ladies, all the women basically are saying that this has been a masterstroke from the BJP leadership.
Absolutely, absolutely. Arunil, thank you for getting us those details and reactions as well of the women workers of the Bharatiya Janata Party. A quick break with that. Lot more is lined up on the other side. The coverage continues.
When journalism is led by integrity, and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth, and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth. Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school. I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9, only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से
डर गई. She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में. राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है.
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly Speaking with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention, please?
Welcome back. The Chhattisgarh numbers actually sprung a surprise on the Congress party, and the BJP has also managed to push out Congress's Bhupesh Baghel from Chhattisgarh. In a surprising turn of events, the BJP has managed to win over 50 seats till now against the Congress.
बहुत अच्छे रुझान आ रहे हैं बीजेपी के लिए. किसको श्रेय देंगे यहाँ पर? जो कांग्रेस के बेल्ट लास्ट इलेक्शन में जहाँ पर कांग्रेस ने अच्छे सीट्स लाए थे, सरगुजा, बस्तर, बीजेपी ने अच्छा किया इस बार.
निश्चित रूप से हम शुरू से कह रहे थे.
नमस्कारम. डिसेंबर 3, 2009 శ్రీకాంతాచారి అమరుడైండు. ఈరోజు డిసెంబర్ 3, 2023 4 కోట్ల తెలంగాణ ప్రజలు విలక్షణమైన తీర్పు ఇవ్వడం ద్వారా తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో ప్రజాస్వామ్యాన్ని పునరుద్ధరించి శ్రీకాంతాచారికి ఘనమైన నివాళులు తెలంగాణ ప్రజలు ఇచ్చిండ్రు. కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ తరఫున కూడా మళ్ళీ తెలంగాణ ఉద్యమంలో అమరుడైన శ్రీకాంతాచారికి నివాళులు అర్పిస్తూ తెలంగాణ ప్రజలు ప్రజాస్వామ్యాన్ని పునరుద్ధరించడానికి కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీని గెలిపించి శ్రీమతి సోనియా గాంధీ గారికి కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలిపే అవకాశాన్ని కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ నాయకత్వానికి ఇచ్చినందుకు తెలంగాణ ప్రజలకు కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలియజేస్తున్నా. ఎందుకంటే ఈ ప్రజల యొక్క ఆకాంక్షల్ని, ఆలోచనని, వాళ్ళ యొక్క ఆకాంక్షల్ని అమలు చేయడానికి ఈ తీర్పునివ్వడం ద్వారా కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ బాధ్యతను గుర్తు చేసిండ్రు, బాధ్యతను పెంచిండ్రు. శ్రీమతి సోనియా గాంధీ గారికి కృతజ్ఞత తెలుపుకునే విషయంలో ఆనాటి ఉమ్మడి హైదరాబాదు రాష్ట్రం ముద్దుబిడ్డ మల్లికార్జున్ ఖర్గే గారి నాయకత్వంలో భారత్ జోడో యాత్ర కన్యాకుమారి నుంచి కశ్మీర్ వరకు 150 రోజులు 4000 కిలోమీటర్లు, ముఖ్యంగా తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో 21 రోజులు భారత్ జోడో యాత్ర ద్వారా మా నాయకుడు రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారు మాకు స్ఫూర్తిని నింపి తెలంగాణ ప్రజలకు విశ్వాసాన్ని కల్పించి తెలంగాణ ప్రజలతో
Telangana people have got the assurance.
శ్రీ రాజీవ్ గాంధీ గారు,
రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారు, రాజీవ్ గాంధీ
గారు, ప్రియాంక గాంధీ గారికి
ప్రియాంక గాంధీ, రాహుల్ గాంధీ
అనుబంధం కాదు, కుటుంబ అనుబంధం ఇది. ఈ కుటుంబంలో మేము కూడా సభ్యులము. మీకు ఏ అవసరం వచ్చినా, ఏ కష్టం వచ్చినా, ఏ సందర్భమైనా మేము మీ తరఫున ఉంటాము, కొట్లాడతాము. మేము తెలంగాణ 4 కోట్ల ప్రజలు మేము కూడా ఒకరము అని ఈ ప్రజలకు విశ్వాసాన్ని, నమ్మకాన్ని కలిగించి, ముఖ్యంగా నన్ను వెన్ను తట్టి ఏ సందర్భం వచ్చినా నిటారుగా నిలబడి కొట్లాడమని రాహుల్ గాంధీ గారు అండగా నిలబడడంతో నేను మా మిత్రుడు
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9. Only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly speaking, with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention, please? क्या आप दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं? I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced, agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है। I'm Amita Badwa. I'm Pratibha. मैं हूँ शिवरा मल्होत्रा and you're watching the Morning News Hour.
वेलकम बैक लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन। और मेरे साथ इस वक्त जुड़ रहे हैं कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जी, इंदौर से जीत रहे हैं और मध्य प्रदेश में आज चकदे फट्टे हो गया है बीजेपी का। जीत का श्रेय किसको देंगे कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जी?
मोदी जी का नेतृत्व है, अमित शाह जी की रणनीति है और नड्डा जी की कुशल संगठन क्षमता, जहां पन्ना प्रमुख तक हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं को प्रशिक्षण किया गया, उसी का परिणाम है कि हम मध्य प्रदेश ही नहीं छत्तीसगढ़ और राजस्थान भी जीत रहे हैं।
विजयवर्गीय जी, आपको अनुमान था कि जब गए थे तो सब लोग कह रहे थे कि बीजेपी बैकफुट पे है, आपको अनुमान था कि कभी 165 सीट तक टैली जाएगी?
शायद आप मेरी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस देख लीजिएगा, जिस दिन मतदान खत्म हुआ उसी दिन मैंने ली थी और उस दिन मैंने कहा था इंदौर की 9 सीट जीतेंगे हम, पर 160 से ज्यादा मध्य प्रदेश में सीट जीतेंगे और वो काफी वायरल भी हो रही है। अभी आप भी देख लीजिए, आपके भी अगर पत्रकार ने ली हो उस वक्त उपस्थित होंगे तो उनके पास होगी।
मैं तो जानती हूँ, मैंने वायरल वीडियो देखा और इसीलिए अब अगला सवाल लाजमी है कि क्या हम भावी मुख्यमंत्री से बात कर रहे हैं?
नहीं, मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता हूँ और पार्टी जो आदेश देगी वो काम करूंगा। अभी मुझसे कहा था कि चुनाव लड़ो तो लड़ लिया और आगे जो भी काम होगा या जिसको भी मुख्यमंत्री बनाएंगे उसके साथ हम काम करेंगे।
लेकिन कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जी, ऐसा कहा जा रहा था कि हर पोल में यही निकल कर आ रहा था कि कांटे की टक्कर है, बहुत संघर्ष तेज है। कांग्रेस पार्टी, बहुत से लोगों का कहना था, पहले पीक कर गई और फिर नीचे आ रही थी, बीजेपी ऊपर जा रही थी। क्या ये केंद्रीय मंत्रियों को वहां उतारने का, बड़े दिग्गज नेताओं, आप जैसे नेताओं को वहां उतारने का जो एक्सपेरिमेंट है वो सफल हुआ?
देखिए, बहुत सारे कारण होते हैं जीत के, और उसमें ये कारण ये है, इसमें मैं इनकार नहीं कर सकता, ये कारण भी है। बाकी बहुत सारे कारण हैं, पर एक मूल कारण तो मोदी जी के प्रति लोगों का विश्वास है और मोदी जी के मन में मध्य प्रदेश और मध्य प्रदेश के मन में मोदी जी है। और डबल इंजन की सरकार के कारण जिस प्रकार मध्य प्रदेश में विकास हुआ है, जनता को विजिबल दिखता है। जैसे मैं अभी सड़क पर चल रहा हूँ, कि सड़क की ऐसी दुर्दशा थी, अभी मैं कार में बैठ के आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ, इतनी दुर्दशा थी, पर आपको पता नहीं लग रहा होगा कि मैं गड्ढे से निकल रहा हूँ। बिल्कुल प्लेन सड़क है, आराम से चल रहा हूँ मैं और आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ। ये सब भारतीय जनता पार्टी की देन है।
लेकिन सवाल ये भी उठता है कि राहुल गांधी जी और कांग्रेस पार्टी ने प्रधानमंत्री को पनौती कहा था। आज आप क्या कहेंगे, क्या संदेश देंगे उनको जो प्रधानमंत्री को पनौती कह रहे थे?
मैंने उसी दिन कहा था, जिस दिन उन्होंने पनौती कहा, मुझे मीडिया के मित्रों ने कहा कि प्रधानमंत्री जी को पनौती बोला, तो मैंने कहा कि अब उनमें संस्कार ऐसे ही है, हम उनको दोष नहीं देते हैं, पर देश की जनता मतदान वाले दिन इस बात का जवाब देगी। और मैं समझता हूं कि परिणाम ने बता दिया कि पनौती कौन है।
एक बड़ा सवाल था जो राहुल गांधी ने मध्य प्रदेश में और इन चुनावों में सामने रखा था, वो था जाति जनगणना। उनका कहना था कि जितना कांग्रेस कमिटेड है जाति जनगणना और पिछड़ी जातियों के उत्थान के लिए, बीजेपी कभी नहीं हुई, और ये उनका एक इलेक्शन का सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा रहेगा। आज इस मुद्दे का क्या हशर किया पब्लिक ने, आप क्या संदेश देंगे कांग्रेस पार्टी को?
मैं ऐसा शब्द तो थोड़ा सा हल्का है, पर बोलना पड़ता है कि इस प्रकार के कांग्रेस के नियत और नीति की धज्जियां उड़ गई आज। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा कि एक ही जाति है, गरीबी। गरीब का जब तक उद्धार नहीं होगा, जब तक देश का उद्धार नहीं होगा। हमें अगर देश को ताकतवर बनाना है तो गरीब को ताकतवर बनाना होगा। तो गरीब फिर कोई भी हो, अगड़ा हो, पिछड़ा हो, दलित हो, आदिवासी हो, गरीब की गरीबी दूर करना ये संकल्प सरकार का होना चाहिए। और मुझे याद है प्रधानमंत्री जी का पहला भाषण सेंट्रल हॉल में था, जब उन्होंने कहा था कि इस देश में मजबूती जब भी आ सकती है जब इस देश का गरीब व्यक्ति मजबूत होगा, दलित मजबूत होगा, और हम उसी के लिए काम करेंगे। और मुझे लगता है कि 9 वर्षों में केंद्र की सरकार ने और प्रदेश की सरकार ने भी गरीब कल्याण की योजनाएं निकालकर गरीबी को दूर करने का प्रयास किया। मुझे कहते हुए गर्व है, इंदौर में लगभग, मध्य प्रदेश में लगभग 85 लाख गरीब लोग गरीबी रेखा के ऊपर आए। एक बहुत बड़ा उदाहरण है कि हम गरीबों के लिए काम करते हैं।
कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जी, अगर जाति जनगणना नहीं काम की तो दूसरी तरफ कमल नाथ जी का सॉफ्ट हिंदुत्व, क्या जनता ने उसे भी नहीं स्वीकारा? क्योंकि वो तो मंदिर जाते थे और बागेश्वर बाबा मंदिर जाना, तमाम चीजें उन्होंने की और अपने आप को असली हिंदू भी कहते थे। जनता ने उसको भी क्यों नहीं स्वीकारा?
देखिए, जब डबल स्टैंडर्ड वाला व्यक्ति होता है ना, तो फिर लोग उसको नकारते हैं। मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ आपके माध्यम से कि कमलनाथ जी उस वक्त कहाँ थे जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट में हलफनामा दिया गया कि राम मंदिर काल्पनिक है, राम मंदिर राम हुए ही नहीं कभी। और इस प्रकार के कांग्रेस ने जो एफिडेविट दिए, उस समय कमलनाथ जी कहाँ थे? कांग्रेस कभी जाती है, कहीं जनेऊ पहन लेती तो जनेऊ वाले नेता बन जाते हैं, कहीं गोल टोपी पहन लेती तो गोल टोपी वाले नेता बन जाते हैं। इसलिए दोहरा चक्र, वो गाना है, एक चेहरे पे कई चेहरे लगा लेते हैं लोग, जब भी चाहे नई दुनिया बसा लेते हैं लोग। तो ये जो इस प्रकार कांग्रेस का जो चरित्र है ना, वो बिल्कुल बेनकाब हो गया जनता के सामने, और इसलिए जनता ने उनको सबक दिया है।
राजस्थान, मध्य प्रदेश तो आप जीते, लेकिन छत्तीसगढ़, जहां किसी ने नहीं सोचा था कि कांग्रेस पार्टी को आप हरा पाएंगे, वहां पर 54 सीटें मिलना या 53 सीटें मिलना, ये इसका कारण क्या कहेंगे आप?
मैं कह रहा हूँ कारण शब्द एक ही है, मोदी मैजिक, मोदी जी का नेतृत्व, अमित शाह जी की रणनीति और नड्डा जी की संगठन की क्षमता, ये तीनों ही कारण है। और इसलिए तीनों ही जगह कारण जीतने के एक ही है। और मैं मानता हूँ कि इन तीनों जीत में छत्तीसगढ़ की जीत बहुत बड़ी जीत है, क्योंकि परसों भी हम लोग बात कर रहे थे आपस में बैठकर कि अच्छी टक्कर में आ गए, जीत सकते हैं, पर इतनी बड़ी जीत होगी इसकी कल्पना नहीं थी। ये जनता का विश्वास हमने जीता है, मोदी जी ने जीता है, मोदी जी के प्रति लोगों का विश्वास है, और इसलिए इतनी बड़ी विक्ट्री मिली है।
कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जी, जब पहले आप जब मध्य प्रदेश गए थे चुनाव लड़ने, तो हमने आपसे कहा था कि आप गानों में अपनी फीलिंग्स बयां करिए, तो आपने कहा था जिस दिन चुनाव के नतीजे आएंगे उस दिन मैं गाना गाकर सुनाऊंगा। तो आज जनता की तरफ से आपको रिक्वेस्ट कर रही हूं कि आज आपके जहन में कौन सा गाना आ रहा है?
हमें जो तुम्हारा सहारा न मिलता, भंवर में ही रहते किनारा न मिलता। जनता ने जो सहारा दिया है उस जनता के प्रति साधुवाद।
बहुत बढ़िया तरीके से आपने गाकर जनता का धन्यवाद अदा किया और हमेशा हंसते रहिएगा और शायद जनता ने वो हंसी कायम रखी है। हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बधाई और इंतजार रहेगा जब आप हमें सीक्रेट बताएंगे कि मुख्यमंत्री कौन बनेगा। कुछ तो खबर आई होगी आपके पास?
नहीं, यही तो हमारे दल की विशेषता है कि लोग कल्पना करते रहते हैं और जो कल्पना करते हैं उससे कोई तीसरा ही व्यक्ति निकलता है, इसलिए अच्छा सोचिए आप।
अच्छा, चलिए फिर मैं आपको ऑल द बेस्ट भी कह देती हूँ एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस। ओवर टू यू प्रणेश इन द स्टूडियोज।
Thank you, Navika. That was Navika Kumar, our group editor, in conversation with BJP's Kailash Vijayvargiya, asked at the last moment to contest the assembly elections. He's won from the Indore 1 constituency, and the last answer was interesting. He was asked a question, who will be the chief ministerial face, and you heard the response. But let's deep dive into the data. If there was one issue that the Congress raised across the country in all election-bound states, then it was that of caste census to find out the OBC population in India, and apparently, as Rahul Gandhi said, to do an X-ray of the country's backward population. But if there is one message that the results of the 4 state elections are giving, it is that this OBC card by the Congress party has been rejected soundly by the voters. Most people thought that after Nitish Kumar's masterstroke, where in Bihar he released caste numbers on Gandhi Jayanti, that issue people thought would yield political gold. But it was not to be. 3 states of the Hindi heartland have stood solidly behind PM Modi and the BJP. And these are the states, by the way, which have a big population of SCs, STs and OBC. Now let's look at the figures. What do we have? In Chhattisgarh, and let's look at the numbers here. In Chhattisgarh, the OBC population is at 45.5%. SC and ST numbers are here. We have JVC Sriram, gem route to decode this data. We'll also talk about Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Telangana and the OBC voter percentage. But JVC Sriram, you know, it helps that PM Modi himself is an OBC and he talks about it. But look at the results that the BJP has managed to achieve.
See, in Chhattisgarh specifically, if we go state by state, the kind of seat allocation which had been given by the BJP, whether it's, bringing in Arun Sahu, who's a Sahu community. Sahu community had been feeling a little bit of being neglected by the existing Congress government. O.P. Chaudhary. These are tall OBC leaders who had taken the role in Chhattisgarh. And as you rightly said, also the fact that Mr. Narendra Modi himself comes from the OBC community. And the kind of karyakartas, okay, it's a question of ability of the karyakarta to probably go and seek votes from their community. That makes a huge difference. And all the welfare schemes of Modi ji had reached the OBCs. And somewhere in Chhattisgarh, even Mr. Narendra Modi, even in rallies he mentioned that what I want to give, PM Awas Yojana, your CM is stopping it. And that is hurting the poor people. And Chhattisgarh, northern Chhattisgarh and southern Chhattisgarh, Jaimur will agree with me, is filled with a lot of poor people. It is a central Chhattisgarh which is actually a lot of trading community, business community. As a result of which OBC census, number 1, would not be accepted by the OBC people of Chhattisgarh. And more importantly, a lot of OBC leaders had been given prominence, and all this had worked in favor of BJP at Chhattisgarh.
Let's look at the map that you were talking about, Jay. Let's deep dive into the data, region-wise.
Yeah, the map is fascinating. Now, this is the northern edge. This is the southern edge. Okay, look at 2018. It's completely green. The Congress had both. The BJP was in fact restricted to a small pocket between Bilaspur and Sarguja. This is what the BJP was remaining at. Come to 2023, it's a complete switch. all those people, the voters who had not voted for the BJP, go in mass swath here for the BJP. A big support for the BJP in the tribal areas and a big support for the BJP in the northern areas. What's important, Pranesh, is that the support now is cutting across social and physical space, which means any divisive card that the opposition might have wanted to play of a segregation based on a caste census has perhaps just not appealed. We don't even know if that was an issue for the voters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's look at the next state. We've seen Chhattisgarh. Here are the numbers for Madhya Pradesh. And, look at the staggering result that the BJP has managed to achieve. Is this courtesy, the OBCs in Madhya Pradesh stand between 45 and 48%. Look at that number, JVC Sriram.
I think, most of the opinion poll survey, which went into the caste data, they said anywhere between 54 and 64% of OBCs are supporting BJP. And when caste census was talked about by Congress party, one of the Congress leader came off record, but mentioned that, what are we talking about caste census to OBC? Now, BJP has got right from the lowest level Karyakarta is an OBC person to that of the Prime Minister who's also the OBC. As a result of which OBC had completely consolidated in the Madhya Pradesh state, and then added to that was everybody said tribals are not going to come to you. Now both in Madhya Pradesh and in Chhattisgarh, we are seeing even the tribals have come and joined the party. But I can tell you, at Madhya Pradesh, it is the OBC vote which has clearly gone, because you have Praglad, who's also who's also an OBC leader. You have Narendra Singh Tomar, who's an OBC leader. You have Shivraj Singh Chouhan, who's himself an OBC leader. So you have a galaxy of OBC leaders, and that appealed to the masses.
Not only that, see, there's another way to look to it. And I'm just taking forward the point that Sriram has been making. See, the entire appeal of a pure caste-based census and politics appeals to places which are completely agrarian and have not come out towards somewhat industrialization. Industrialization, emergence of a new service and trading class creates other opportunities for upward mobility. And I think that has happened in most of the states. Therefore, to assume that some sort of a caste-based pitch that works in one state might be appealing all across, it may just not work. That's a mistake the Congress made in assuming that the pitch was working.
And I want to add one more thing. Just one more thing is that Chhattisgarh is a state which returned BJP thrice.
Right.
Which means anti-incumbency was there only in 2018.
Right.
But Congress is not able to even hold on to one power. One term, anti-incumbency. Look at Madhya Pradesh. They said voter fatigue. Where is the voter fatigue? Voters have come and voted for BJP and Mama and Modi. And it's a double-engine sarkar.
We'll talk about it. Let's look at the two other states, Rajasthan and Telangana, quickly. Then I have a straight question for both of you. This is the number for Rajasthan. Look at this number here at the top. 52% OBC vote. SCs are 17.8% and STs 13.4%. Now the question is, in fact, let's look at the next state also. Let's look at the number in Telangana. 51%. Now, although BJP has, not done as well as it wanted to or would have hoped to, but this is still a big talking point considering the gains they've made. Now the question is, what is the message? Because India bloc netas would have us believe that large number of people in the country are for caste census. Without the caste census, OBCs are voting for PM Modi.
100%, yes. In fact, in Rajasthan, I go a step further. You have an OBC chief minister in Ashok Gehlot, who comes from a Mali community, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Jay, and you have an OBC chief minister, and BJP had been giving only Rajputs have been given the position. But in spite of it, they're trusting because delivery had happened, anti-incumbency. And as far as Telangana is concerned, I think Jay would agree with me because we had discussed it before. Whatever cards which BJP had taken in terms of an OBC CM, or an SC Madiga subcategorization, these may not yield results immediately, but these are long-term trump cards which would work. So what BJP needs to do is, needs to consolidate the OBC vote, because In the Telugu-speaking states, I keep reiterating this again and again and again. In the neighboring Andhra Pradesh, you have similar OBC population, but out of 175 MLAs in the assembly in Andhra Pradesh, 108 are from the upper caste, which means OBCs have been neglected in Telugu-speaking states, and they would have to continue and pick it up from there.
Jay, I'll come to you, but viewers, it must be mentioned that the Congress has already carried out a caste census in Chhattisgarh, but for reasons best known to them, refused to divulge the results in their election campaign. They promised to carry out a similar exercise in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh as well. But have people seen beyond the promises and the hypocrisy of those promises? Remember, it's not just Yogi Adityanath who called out the Congress's caste census promise as a junjuna. That's the term that he had used to describe Congress's promise of a caste survey. But even their own ally, Akhilesh Yadav, was scathing about the grand old party's doublespeak. Sample this.
Dominating caste narrative was an order of the day at some point in time, 90s. What has happened today? Today it stands complemented with good governance. That's the first thing I would like to say. The second thing that's very important, people have realized this whole parchi of caste census is basically linked to their own family welfare. That's very important. And where Modi ji had what said, हमारे लिए 4 जातियां हैं, गरीब, नौजवान, बेटियां, महिलाएं, बहनें और किसान. This result underscores that need that when Modi is saying the trust factor is in Modi to deliver on the ground.
महोदय, ये जाति इनका एक झुंझुना है. जब सारे हथियार समाप्त हो जाते हैं, तब पीडीए को आगे करके यह कोई घबराता नहीं थी. हम तो 2017 भी फेस किए हैं, 2022 भी फेस किए हैं. 2017 भी और 2022 भी, 2024 भी और 2027 की तैयारी भी की जा रही है. महाकवि दिनकर, उन्होंने एक बात कही थी, मूल जानना बड़ा कठिन है, नदियों का, वीरों का. धनुष छोड़कर और गोत्र क्या होता है, रणधीरों का. पाते हैं सम्मान तपोबल से, भूतल पर सूर. जाति जाति का शोर मचाते केवल कायर क्रूर.
लोकसभा में मैं मेंबर था. उस समय कांग्रेस पार्टी की सरकार थी. कांग्रेस पार्टी के उस समय की लीडरशिप से न केवल नेताजी ने, बल्कि शरद यादव जी ने, आदरणीय लालू प्रसाद यादव जी ने, और दक्षिण भारत के जितने नेता थे, जितने दल थे, उन सब नेताओं ने मांग की थी कि जाति जनगणना होनी चाहिए. उस समय कांग्रेस पार्टी ने आश्वासन दिया कि हम आंकड़ा जारी करेंगे, आंकड़े लेंगे, लेकिन कभी आंकड़े नहीं आए. 1931 के बाद, आजादी के बाद, अगर किसी ने जाति जनगणना रोकी थी तो वो कांग्रेस पार्टी थी.
Now, OBC is a complex social bloc. There are divisions within it and also discriminations that we'll talk about it. But remember, even after this verdict, you have the likes of Karti Chidambaram, who are making this about North and South. We'll talk about it after the short break. Stay with Times Now.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you the complete picture in black and white. Not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9. Only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly speaking, with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention, please? क्या आप दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं? I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced, agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है। I'm Amita Badwa. I'm Pratibha. मैं हूँ शिवरा मल्होत्रा and you're watching the Morning News Hour. Whenever news breaks, you will see us. Process it, analyze it, and broadcast it. After the spot reporters, we are the first responders. We are at the front line
of every news event.
We are situation analysts, raw, live, and unedited. Pure news, pure passion.
Times now, action begins here.
When news is troubling.
They rented this house right here and 3 days later she was murdered.
When news is for common man.
We are asking you for the Aam Aadmi that why the proper checks and balances were not done, sir.
When news is for nation.
Right now I'm just few meters away from Pakistani post which is acting as launch pads for terrorists.
When news is exclusive.
We are reporting from few miles away from the line of actual control.
We report from ground zero. Times now. Action begins here.
Explosive, exclusive and beyond.
The show that gets you the inside track.
A deep dive into stories that matter.
Raising questions you won't ask.
Your voice is now our voice. Watch Blueprint with me, Meghna.
And Pranesh.
At 6:30 p.m. every weekday.
Only on Times Now.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and joining me on Times Now is Union, INB and Sports Minister, Mr. Anurag Thakur. Thank you very much, Mr. Anurag Thakur, for joining me. And what a day for the BJP it's been. Did you expect such a huge margin of victory in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh as well?
Navika ji, let me first thank you and the voters for this historic win. Yes, this is well deserved. After, contesting this election with the Prime Minister Modi as the face for the Bharatiya Janata Party, the kind of hard work we have put in. At the same time, the performance of the double engine government has ensured that people voted for double engine government. The people ट्रस्टेड प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदीज गारंटी. देश में एक ही गारंटी चलती है, नरेंद्र मोदी की गारंटी. ये जीत खास है, मोदी जी पर विश्वास है. और मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूं क्योंकि मोदी मैजिक चला है. मोदी मैजिक हैज एक्चुअली वर्कड. एंड इफ यू लुक एट द नंबर्स, in last 20 years we are in Madhya Pradesh, and this election we won more than 160 seats, which is historic. That clearly shows the people's faith in the Prime Minister Modi and the BJP's good governance and development model. On the other hand, when the Congress befooled with their false promises and the false guarantees, and they could not deliver in the last 5 years, people have taken them to task. What they promised 5 years back, Navika ji. छत्तीसगढ़ में कहा था कि 500 रुपया महीना महिलाओं को देंगे और अब प्रॉमिस कर रहे हैं 1250 देंगे। जनता ने विश्वास नहीं किया, क्योंकि 500 नहीं दे पाए तो 15,000 साल का कहां से देंगे। कर्जे माफ करने की बात कही थी, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट अलाउंस की बात कही थी, नहीं किया तो जनता ने भी बाहर का रास्ता दिखाया। और कहीं ना कहीं आप तो खुद भुगत भोगी हो। यू आर वन ऑफ दोस जर्नलिस्ट, सीनियर जर्नलिस्ट, हु दिस इंडी अलायंस बायकॉटेड, एंड टुडे पीपल हैव बायकॉटेड देम। इंडी अलायंस का घमंड और अहंकार तार तार हुआ है, चूर चूर हुआ है। और मैं कहना चाहता हूं, ये जनता है, सब जानती है, और जनता ने कांग्रेस को उनका बाहर का रास्ता दिखाया कि देखिए आप झूठे वायदे करके मुकर जाएंगे। 19 पेपर लीक करेंगे राजस्थान में, छत्तीसगढ़ में केवल कांग्रेस के लोगों को नौकरी मिलेगी, महिलाएं लाइन लगा के खड़ी रहेंगी, और आप झूठी कस्में खाओगे कि मां उन्होंने कहा गंगा जल हाथ में लेके कसम खाई थी कि शराब मुक्त करेंगे। मां गंगा का शराब कांग्रेस साफ, महादेव ऐप घोटाला किया, महादेव का शराब कांग्रेस साफ, जनता से झूठे वायदे करके मुकर के जनता का शराब कांग्रेस साफ, गोठान घोटाला किया, गौ मां का शराब कांग्रेस साफ। तो एक साफ इसलिए कांग्रेस हो पाई इन राज्यों से क्योंकि झूठे वायदे किए थे। और आज अगर आप कर्नाटक, हिमाचल में वापस चुनाव कराओगे तो वहां से भी साफ हो जाएंगे। 1 साल हो गया, जो वायदे के थे अभी तक पूरे नहीं कर पाए, और वही यहां पे भारी पड़ रहे हैं।
पर अफसोस अभी तो 5 साल के लिए सरकारें चुनी जाती है, तो आज तो चुनाव नहीं हो सकता कर्नाटक और हिमाचल में। लेकिन सवाल अनुराग ठाकुर जी मैं पूछना चाहूंगी, क्योंकि एक बड़ा सोशल जस्टिस का स्ट्रैटेजी लिया था राहुल गांधी ने। उन्होंने जाति जनगणना पर जो इतना एम्फसिस डाला, जाति जनगणना, प्रधानमंत्री को पनौती बुलाना, और कहीं ना कहीं लोकतंत्र खतरे में है कहना, आज आप राहुल गांधी को क्या कहेंगे, क्योंकि ये तीनों उनके जो प्लैंक्स हैं तीनों धाराशाही हो गए।
देखिए, अंग्रेज चले गए लेकिन अपनी सोच, अपनी विचारधारा कांग्रेस को देकर गए। बांटो, राज करो, चाहे जाति, धर्म, संप्रदाय या क्षेत्र के नाम पर हो, कांग्रेस ने आज तक यही किया। लेकिन अब वो चलता नहीं। मोदी जी का सबका साथ, सबका विकास, लोग इसके साथ जुड़े हैं, मोदी की गारंटी पर विश्वास करते हैं। और जो जातिवाद का बीज डालने का इन्होंने प्रयास किया, जनता ने सिरे से नकार दिया। और मोदी जी ने कहा, आपने ध्यान से सुना होगा, कि मेरे लिए युवा, महिला, किसान और गरीब ही जाति है, इनके कल्याण के लिए ही काम करना है। और गरीब कल्याण की योजनाओं को पिछले 9 वर्षों में जो धरातल पर मोदी सरकार ने उतारा है, 13.5 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी रेखा से बाहर आए, इसका जीता जागता उदाहरण है। इसलिए विश्वास और लोगों को हो रहा है कि अगले 5 साल भी केंद्र और राज्य में मोदी जी की सरकार होगी तो और गरीबों का कल्याण होगा। इसलिए डबल इंजन की सरकार के लिए राज्य जिता दिए हैं। अब 2024 में केंद्र की, भारत की सरकार भी मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में बनाएंगे।
सवाल आज
दूसरा, ये चुनाव जीतने के बाद अब कांग्रेस ने एक नया राग छेड़ा है।
जी,
मैं कांग्रेस का तेलंगाना के चुनाव के बारे में कह रहा हूं, नाविका जी। उन्होंने अब कहना शुरू कर दिया, उत्तर और दक्षिण, जब जाति, धर्म, संप्रदाय से काम नहीं चला तो अब क्षेत्र में भी बांटना। आपको याद होगा, राहुल गांधी जी ने वायनाड से एक बार कहा था कि उत्तर के लोगों को ज्ञान नहीं, उनको समझ नहीं है। अरे जहां से इतनी बार चुने गए उनको ही आपने ऐसा कह दिया। जनता जवाब देना जानती है, अब 24 में इसका जवाब भी देगी।
अनुराग ठाकुर जी, आज मुद्दा ये भी है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी ने या बीआरएस ने ईडी, सीबीआई, करप्शन के खिलाफ जो नरेंद्र मोदी की पूरी एक कवायद है, उस पर भी सवालिया निशान लगाया था। छत्तीसगढ़ में महादेव ऐप का जो लास्ट मिनट पर एलिगेशन था, आपको लगता है उसका वो कारण है जो आज छत्तीसगढ़ में आपको सीटें मिली हैं?
नाविका जी, लास्ट मिनट का एलिगेशन नहीं है। आप देखिए, गोठान घोटाला, कोयला घोटाला, शराब घोटाला, ये कब के हैं? ये पिछले कई सालों से लगातार चल रहे हैं। फिर ये भर्ती घोटाला, ये सब सामने। छत्तीसगढ़ में जनता जानती थी कि कांग्रेस के लिए एटीएम बन गया, भ्रष्टाचार का अड्डा बन गया छत्तीसगढ़, जो एक राज्य पूरी कांग्रेस को पालता पोसता था और उनको पैसे पहुंचाता था। और छत्तीसगढ़ के लोगों को ये कभी स्वीकार नहीं था। जब मैंने जाके भूपे ऐप को भी लॉन्च किया तो मैंने कहा था भ्रष्टाचार करो और भूपे करो, यानी कि पैसा खाओ, भूपेश बघेल को पेमेंट करो। चिपका ऐसा कि प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जब कहा महादेव ऐप घोटाला कि महादेव को भी नहीं छोड़ा, तो जनता ने जाना है कि शराब पे बच्चे लगा दिए, सट्टे पे लगा दिए। ये सत्ता दी थी, शराब और सट्टे को बढ़ावा देने के लिए नहीं कहा था।
अनुराग ठाकुर जी, लेकिन अगर कांग्रेस का छत्तीसगढ़ का एटीएम गया तो तेलंगाना का आ भी गया। पूछूंगी कि 2024 के लिए क्या ये एक बड़ी उपलब्धि है कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए, और इंडिया अलायंस को आप कैसे देखते हैं? क्योंकि समाजवादी पार्टी को कोई सक्सेस नहीं मिला और आम आदमी पार्टी की तो मुझे लगता है 95% सीटों पर जमानत जब्त होने के चांसेस है, क्योंकि 0.3% वोट है, नोटा से भी नीचे।
शायद 95% आपने कम बोला है। जैसे इनके एक एक करके मंत्री भ्रष्टाचार के चलते साफ होते जा रहे हैं, वैसे इनका जनाधार भी साफ हो रहा है। तो 95 के मुझे लगता है 99% इनकी जमानतें जब्त हुई होंगी। लेकिन उससे बड़ी बात मैं इस पे आ रहा हूं, जो आपने सवाल पूछा, तेलंगाना। भारतीय जनता पार्टी का वोट शेयर 7% से बढ़ के 15% हुआ, एक सीट से बढ़ के लगभग 9 सीटें, यानी कि 9 गुना ज़्यादा। लेकिन मैं फिर भी संतुष्ट नहीं हूँ, संतोषजनक नहीं, क्योंकि हमारा रिकॉर्ड तो बहुत अच्छा हुआ है, आंकड़े भी बहुत अच्छे दिखते हैं। ये वातावरण जो तेलंगाना में खड़ा किया भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने किया। 2 उपचुनाव हम लोगों ने जीते, ग्रेटर हैदराबाद म्यूनिसिपल कॉरपोरेशन का चुनाव हम लोगों ने शानदार लड़ा भी और शानदार रिजल्ट भी रहे। लेकिन इतना जरूर कहूंगा, पिछली बार तो हम 5 राज्य हारे थे, तब भी 2019 में शानदार रिजल्ट हमने 5 महीनों के बाद दिया था। अब की बार तो जनता जानती है कि देश आगे बढ़ रहा है, 10वें नंबर से 5वें नंबर की अर्थव्यवस्था बन गया है। अब रुकना नहीं है, थमना नहीं है, हमें तो भारत को विकसित राष्ट्र बनाना है। और मोदी जी में वो नेतृत्व क्षमता है जिस पर दुनिया को भारत और भारत के नेतृत्व पर विश्वास है। और इन राज्यों की जनता ने अटूट विश्वास दिखाया है कि अब डबल इंजन के साथ ही चलेंगे, दोहरा यानी कि सुशासन और विकास अपने राज्यों तक भी लेकर आएंगे।
तो 2024 की राह को आप कैसे देखते हैं? क्या इंडिया अलायंस, जिसने 6 दिसंबर को अपनी मीटिंग खड़गे साहब के साथ रखी है, अध्यक्ष हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी के, आपको लगता है कि कांग्रेस की इस हार के बाद शायद कांग्रेस कुछ नीचे आएगी और इंडिया अलायंस फिर एक असलियत बनेगा? और ये कितनी बड़ी चुनौती होगा बीजेपी के लिए?
मैंने पहले दिन से कहा, ये घमंडिया गठबंधन है और इस चुनाव में घमंड और अहंकार चूर चूर हुआ है इनका। आप जैसे वरिष्ठ पत्रकारों का तिरस्कार करना, नकारना इनको भारी भी पड़ा है। वही जनता ने भी इनको इनका स्थान दिखाया है। इनके पास ना नेता है, ना नीति है, और नीयत में खोट भी है। पूरे चुनाव में देखिए, कोई एक साथ नहीं था, अपनी डफली अपना राग था, ना सुर था ना ताल था, और इसीलिए इनका भी बेहाल था।
ये राहुल गांधी के भारत जोड़ो यात्रा के बाद तेलंगाना में, मध्य प्रदेश में, राजस्थान में उनकी भूमिका मानी जा रही थी। आज वो भूमिका सीट में नहीं तब्दील हो पाई, कम से कम मध्य प्रदेश और राजस्थान में। इस पर आप राहुल गांधी को क्या मैसेज देंगे?
देखिए, मैं कोई नहीं हूं नाविका जी मैसेज देने वाला, बहुत छोटा सा पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता हूं। मैं इतना ही कहूंगा, जवाब लोकतंत्र में जनता देती है और जनता ने वो जवाब दिया है कि जितने अपशब्द इन्होंने मोदी जी के बारे में कहे, मोदी जी ने कुछ नहीं कहा, हर बार जनता ने ही जवाब दिया है। गुजरात के चुनाव हो या देश के चुनाव हो, हर बार जनता ने जवाब दिया और जितना कीचड़ इन्होंने उछाला उतना ही कमल खिलकर आया है। तो मैं तो इतना ही कहूंगा, कुछ लोग थकावट मिटाने विदेश यात्रा पर जाना चाहते हैं। अब जनता ने उनको आराम करने का पूरा अवसर दिया है, तो जितनी लंबी छुट्टी चाहें वो जा सकते हैं।
और इस बात पर क्या कहेंगे, क्योंकि उदित राज कांग्रेस पार्टी की तरफ से पहला ट्वीट उनका आ गया है कि कहीं ना कहीं ईवीएम में जरूर कोई गड़बड़ हुई। तो अब तक हम इंतजार कर रहे थे, पर ये कारण भी आ गया सामने। क्या कहेंगे कांग्रेस पार्टी को?
बहुत सारे लोग कांग्रेस के जमीन पर उतरे। क्या वो तेलंगाना की ओर इशारा कर रहे हैं? जब जीतते हैं तब तो ईवीएम कहीं नहीं नजर आते, जब हारते हैं तो कांग्रेस को ईवीएम में खोट नजर आता है। यानी कि चेहरे पे अपने दाग है और कसूर आईने का निकालते हैं।
आज क्या कहूंगी, 2024 की जो राह है वो बीजेपी के लिए अब क्या गोल रखने के लिए आपको सफलता मिलती है? क्या गोल रखेंगे 303 2019 में, 2024 में?
नाविका जी, अगर आप देखें 2014 में 30 वर्षों के बाद पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार भारत में बनी मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में। 2019 में उससे ज्यादा सीटें जीतकर हमने 300 पार करके फिर सरकार बनाई मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में। 2024 में भी हम पिछला रिकॉर्ड तोड़ेंगे और फिर मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में सरकार बनाएंगे जनता के आशीर्वाद से, क्योंकि जनता जानती है कि जब पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार बनाओ तो निर्णय करने आसान होते हैं, देश सही दिशा में चलता है, भारत नए कीर्तिमान स्थापित करता है। G20 की सफलता हो या चंद्रयान मिशन की सफलता हो, खेलकूद के क्षेत्र में रिकॉर्ड मेडल जीतने की बात हो, या भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था 10वें नंबर से 5वें नंबर का कीर्तिमान बनाना हो, वहीं पर 13.5 करोड़ गरीबों को गरीबी रेखा से बाहर निकालने का काम मात्र 5 वर्षों में किया हो, तो जनता को पक्का विश्वास है कि पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार बनाएंगे तो गरीबों का कल्याण और होगा, जब अगले 5 वर्ष फिर मोदी जी की सरकार में नए भारत का निर्माण होगा।
अनुराग ठाकुर जी, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और बहुत बधाई आपको और पूरी पार्टी को। जिस तरह का प्रदर्शन इन चुनावों में दिखाया गया है अप्रत्याशित था। और ladies and gentlemen, let me just read out Prime Minister Narendra Modi just tweeting and saying,
आपका और जनता का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद नाविका जी, आपको और जनता का।
जनता जनार्दन को नमन। मध्य प्रदेश, राजस्थान और छत्तीसगढ़ के चुनाव परिणाम बता रहे हैं कि भारत की जनता का भरोसा सिर्फ और सिर्फ सुशासन और विकास की राजनीति में है। उनका भरोसा बीजेपी के साथ है। भाजपा पर अपना स्नेह, विश्वास और आशीर्वाद बरसाने के लिए मैं इन सभी राज्यों के परिवारजनों को, विशेषकर माताओं, बहन, बेटियों का, हमारे युवा वोटर्स का हृदय से धन्यवाद करता हूं। मैं उन्हें भरोसा देता हूं कि आपके कल्याण के लिए हम निरंतर अथक परिश्रम करते रहेंगे। इस अवसर पर पार्टी को सभी परिश्रमी कार्यकर्ताओं का विशेष रूप से आभार। आप सभी ने अद्भुत मिसाल पेश की है। भाजपा की विकास और गरीब कल्याण की नीतियों को आपने जिस तरह लोगों के बीच पहुंचाया, उसकी जितनी भी प्रशंसा की जाए वो कम है। हम विकसित भारत के लक्ष्य को लेकर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। हमें ना रुकना है, ना थकना है। हमें भारत को विजयी बनाना है। आज इस दिशा में हमने मिलकर एक सशक्त कदम उठाया है। प्रणेश, द प्राइम मिनिस्टर not just stopping at the feathers that he's just caught in his cap today, but also talking about the road forward for 2024.
Exactly. Viksit Bharat is his vision and dream, and he continues to press on that point, not forgetting to thank each karyakarta. We have to take a short break. Ma'am, thank you for joining us with Anurag Thakur. Taking a quick break. Lots more breaking inputs on the other side. Stay with Times Now.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. when the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth. Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school. I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9. Only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly speaking, with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention, please? क्या आप दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं? I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced, agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है. I'm Amita Badwa. I'm Pratibha Tehusha Malhotra, and you're watching the Morning News Hour. Whenever news breaks, you will see us. Process it, analyze it, and broadcast it. After the spot reporters, we are the first responders.
We are at the front line
of every news event.
We are situation analysts, raw, live, and unedited. Pure news, pure passion.
Times Now. Action begins here.
When news is troubling.
They rented this house right here, and 3 days later, she was murdered.
When news is for common man.
We are asking you for the Aam Aadmi that why the proper checks and balances were not done, sir.
When news is for nation.
Right now, I'm just few meters away from Pakistani post, which is acting as launch pads for terrorists.
When news is exclusive.
We are reporting from few miles away from the line of actual control.
We report from ground zero. Times Now. Action begins here.
Explosive, exclusive, and beyond.
The show that gets you the inside track.
A deep dive into stories that matter.
Raising questions you won't ask.
Your voice is now our voice. Watch Blueprint with me, Meghna,
And Pranesh.
at 6:30 p.m. every weekday.
Only on Times Now.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth. Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school. I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9. Only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered.
Welcome back. A sweep across 3 states for the BJP, but perhaps the sweetest win for them comes not just from Chhattisgarh but also from Madhya Pradesh, where everyone had predicted the end of the BJP, and yet what a sweep to a win. 150 plus seats. What were the factors that were at play? Sadhvi Pragya, who is a member of parliament of the BJP from Bhopal, is joining us now. Pragya ji, सबसे पहले आपसे ये पूछना चाहूंगी कि जो आज जीत मिली है मध्य प्रदेश में, उसका प्रमुख वजह आप क्या मानते हैं?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की नीतियां, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्य, भारतीय जनता पार्टी का संकल्प, यह भारतीय जनता पार्टी को विजय दिलाई।
सनातन की बात हुई है आज, क्योंकि जब चुनाव, ये पहला वो चुनाव है जब इंडिया गठबंधन बना था, उसके कुछ सदस्य थे जिन्होंने कहा था कि सनातन डेंगू है, सनातन एक रोग है, सनातन को खत्म करने के लिए गठबंधन बना है। कई लोग आज कह रहे हैं कि सनातन का श्राप लगा है। आप क्या कहेंगे?
ये शाश्वत सत्य है कि जिसने धर्म को गाली दी वह समाप्त हुआ, और इसलिए सनातन को गाली देने वाले लोग, उनका आज सफाया हो गया है। धर्म पर उंगली उठाने वाले लोग, धर्म को गाली देने वाले लोग, आज उनका सुपड़ा साफ हो गया है, क्योंकि धर्म से कभी टकरा नहीं सकता कोई। जो धर्म से टकराता वो विधर्मी होता है, धर्म के विरुद्ध जाता वो विधर्मी होता है, और इसलिए धर्म की जीत होती है, यह सत्य है, और धर्म की जीत हुई।
मध्य प्रदेश स्वयंसेवक संघ का सबसे पुराना गढ़ माना जाता है, फिर भी पिछली बार उनको उस तरीके की जीत नहीं मिली थी जितनी इस बार मिली। क्या बदला पिछले 5 सालों में आपके हिसाब से?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्य, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के संकल्प, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने कहा कि हमारे देश में कोई भूखा नहीं रहेगा, हमारे देश में कोई बेघर नहीं रहेगा, मातृशक्ति को, महिलाओं को ससम्मान जीने का अधिकार है, राष्ट्र को सुरक्षित रखने का हमें अधिकार है, इसलिए हम उसको सुरक्षित रखेंगे, धर्म को सम्मान दिलाएंगे, लोगों को न्याय मिलेगा। यही हमारे संकल्प जो थे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के, वो संकल्प पूर्ण हुए।
मध्य प्रदेश में जब कांग्रेस अपना कैंपेन कर रहा था, कई लोगों ने तो यहां तक कहा कि ये एक विचारधारा की लड़ाई है। राहुल गांधी भी बार बार यही कहते आए हैं कि ये गांधी और गोडसे के बीच की लड़ाई है। एक तरफ देश को बचाने की लड़ाई है, दूसरी तरफ फांसीवादी ताकतों की लड़ाई है। आज आप क्या कहेंगे? ये एक बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा रहा है चुनाव में।
मैं बिल्कुल, ये गांधी गॉडसे की लड़ाई नहीं थी, ना गांधी गॉडसे की कभी लड़ाई हुई है। मेरा सिर्फ ये कहना है, ये विचारधारा की लड़ाई थी, और एक विचारधारा जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की है, वह विचारधारा देश के हित में है, वह विचारधारा राष्ट्र के हित में है, वह विचारधारा धर्म के संरक्षण में है। यह विचारधारा एक परिवार से हट करके पूरा राष्ट्र हमारा परिवार है, ये विचारधारा है। इस विचारधारा की जीत हुई है, और यह विचारधारा सदैव जीतती है। यह विचारधारा ही हमारे देश के लिए समर्पित है, और यह विचारधारा ही हमारी है।
क्या आपको लगता है कि अब हिंदू वोट एकजुट हो गया है? कम से कम 3 राज्यों के नतीजे से क्या ये लग रहा है, और क्या आगे भी बाकी राज्यों में ऐसा रहेगा?
हिंदुओं ने, कहिए, मोदी जी का जो एक विजन है, सबका साथ सबका विकास, तो इसमें हम सिर्फ इतना नहीं कहेंगे कि हिंदुओं ने ही वोट किया है, वोट अन्य लोगों ने भी किया है, पर हिंदुओं ने वोट इसलिए किया कि हिंदुओं को गालियां मिली, सनातन धर्म को गाली मिली, और जिसने हमारे धर्म को नकार दिया, जिसने हमारे धर्म को गाली दी, जिसने भगवा को आतंकवाद कहा, जिसने हिंदुत्व को आतंकवाद कहा, कितने बार गाली खा खा के हिंदू समाज उनको सहेजता रहेगा, और ऐसा उसने नहीं किया। इस बार जनता जागृत है और जनता अपने मन से संकल्पित होकर के बाहर निकली है और उसने हमें चुना है।
Pragya Thakur, thank you very much for speaking 2 times now. It will take many, many days when the finer points of the verdict, not just in Madhya Pradesh, but across the 4 states, will be dissected. All the analysis will be done. But one thing is for sure, that there's a clear message being sent out by the voters. No more confusion, no more hung assemblies, a decisive vote. Quick break.
When journalism is led by integrity, and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth, and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth. Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school. I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9, only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly speaking, with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention, please? क्या आप दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं? I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced, agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है. I'm Amita Badwa. I'm Pratibha Tehushita Malhotra, and we are watching the Morning News Hour. Whenever news breaks, you will see us. Process it, analyze it, and broadcast it. After the spot reporters, we are the first responders. We are at the front line
of every news event.
We are situation analysts, raw, live, and unedited. Pure news, pure passion.
Times Now. Action begins here.
When news is troubling.
They rented this house right here, and 3 days later, she was murdered.
When news is for common man.
We are asking you for the Aam Aadmi that why the proper checks and balances were not done, sir.
When news is for nation.
Right now, I'm just few meters away from Pakistani post, which is acting as launch pads for terrorists.
When news is exclusive.
We are reporting from few miles away from the line of actual control.
We report from ground zero. Times Now. Action begins here.
Explosive, exclusive, and beyond.
The show that gets you the inside track.
A deep dive into stories that matter.
Raising questions you won't ask.
Your voice is now our voice. Watch Blueprint with me, Meghna,
And Pranesh.
at 6:30 p.m. every weekday.
Only on Times Now.
When journalism is led by integrity, and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth, and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question
and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you the complete picture in black and white. Not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9. Only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us back on Times Now, India's election news headquarters. Swamit now joining us live with the biggest news break from Telangana. BJP's K. Venkata Ramana has defeated the outgoing Chief Minister KCR and the next Chief Minister Revanth Reddy.
Well, Pranesh, you know, it's big win for the BJP party, we can say. Venkat Ramana Reddy, who was fighting from the Kamareddy, it was expected that he will be giving very tough fight against Revanth Reddy and KCR. And finally, now he has won, that seat where Revanth Reddy and KCR, bellwether seat, we can say. Top faces from the, both the parties, the Congress and the BRS. Revanth Reddy is the Congress president and BRS president is KCR. So there,
What's interesting, very quickly, Swami, thanks for that quick update. JVC Sriram, Times Now ETG survey, the exit poll, got it spot on.
Absolutely spot on. In fact, we were there a couple of days back playing it out and saying that clearly both the outsiders, Revanth Reddy and Chief Minister, are going to get lost by local guy Venkat Ramana Reddy. And what it means is the outgoing CM has been defeated. The incoming CM has been defeated, and done by whom? The local BJP leader.
Quite a giant
and
slayer,
that's a
Jet.
giant slayer.
Jet, 20 seconds.
I think what has really worked is the fact that at least BJP was able to plant its idea of a CM from the non-traditional class. That has really worked.
Okay, let's leave it at that. We are taking a short break, but lots more lined up. In fact, we'll play out that clip from the exit poll show where we told our viewers that this will be the result in Kamareddy. But look how his victory is being celebrated. JVC Sriram, top BJP leaders, union ministers at that are tweeting, congratulating him.
Definitely yes. Mr. Narendra Modi did a rally there. So what is the importance that was given to it? And importantly, wherever Narendra Modi ji had gone, like say places like Nirmal, the BJP is leading or either have won already.
Right.
Which means this was an election. Actually, BJP should have actually given it a try and maybe would have won
That's
it.
Right. The PM was there. We are leaving our viewers with that clip from the exit poll show. How Times Now got it spot on. This is what we said about Kamareddy.
This, of course, comes from North Telangana, and it has been called the mother of all battles because you have got K. Chandrasekhar Rao versus Revanth Reddy versus K.V. Ramana Reddy of the BJP. The very interesting story about this seat is that you had a sitting BRS MLA from here, but KCR for the first time decided to fight this. As soon as his nomination was announced, Revanth Reddy jumped in, and KCR is actually trailing in this seat, as is Revanth Reddy.
Who's winning?
At least he's leading right
now.
Why?
So what I'm telling you is, people of Kamareddy, when I went there, they said, there's a town bus which will come from Gajwel to here in the morning and leave in the evening. There is another bus which will come from Revanth Reddy's constituency and go here. I have a town bus, my local town bus called Ramana Reddy bus, which will stay here. We are voting for this man. So look at it. People like Ashutosh must understand that they can keep throwing mud on BJP. But who is beating KCR? At least at the moment, it is Ramana Reddy.
This person apparently has used his own personal money to build a school, to build a local hospital, temple, and that goodwill seems to be working.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When when the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth. Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school. I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9, only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly Speaking with Navika Kumar.
Welcome back to our continuing coverage of Result Day Live. It's been a massive victory for the BJP in 3 states, for the Congress as well in Telangana, where they've managed to dislodge the BRS's 10-year rule in that state. But clearly, of course, at this point of time, one of the big focus areas as far as this particular show is concerned is going to be the Congress having lost the Hindi heartland. However, the solace that it's taking as far as the Telangana win is concerned. After all, this is the second southern state that the Congress has managed to win in the last 6 months. After Karnataka, the Revanth tsunami in Telangana has uprooted KCR from his Janmbhoomi. Double anti-incumbency wave combined with graft charges and forgotten promises gave the advantage to the Congress. But first, let's show you the larger picture for the Congress. You can see the comparison in the map of how the saffron footprint has been on the ascent since 2014. After the 2023 state elections, the Congress may have lost Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. However, it manages to win Telangana in the southern belt. Of course, after this, the BJP footprint has been completely wiped out from the south. But if you look at the Hindi heartland, then BJP has managed to wipe out Congress from the Hindi heartland with wins in Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. Let's now show you the seat share and the vote share of Telangana. Let's quickly bring that up on the screen. The latest live updates as far as the seat share and the vote share is concerned. This is where the Congress has wrested advantage. Taking a quick look at Telangana, the BRS, of course, in 2018 was at 88, now at 40. The Congress at just 21, now 64, a comfortable majority. The BJP, which was at 1, has of course increased to 8. MIM, which was 7, is now still at 7. Others were at 2, it's at 0. That's as far as the seat share is concerned. Let's quickly look at the vote share as well. If you can quickly bring up those percentages on the screen, because that's going to be a significant number as well. If you can bring up the vote share quickly as far as the LED screen is concerned. Yes, we're now bringing you the vote share, and this is how things stand as far as Telangana is concerned. The BRS was at 46.87%, now at 37.49. Congress at 32.33, now at 40.04. So a 3% or 2.5% increase, which has given it a massive advantage as far as the vote share is concerned. MIM at 2.71 earlier, now at 1.86, but managing to retain those 7 seats. The BJP, which was at 7.01, now at 14.01. Others at 11.8, now at 6.61. Let me quickly take this across to my colleague Jay as well. Jay, I believe you have the comparison of the map of what it was like earlier and where it's at now. Quickly take us through the big changes and the big takeaways from Telangana.
This was 2018. You can see almost the entire state is purple, bearing a small swath which is bordering Andhra Pradesh. Come to 2023, you see a huge swath of green, with the purple being restricted to Hyderabad and around. It's very interesting. So whatever the infra that was built in Hyderabad, whatever new pitch and new access the BRS made in the urban areas, that was sort of its saving grace. That's the only thing that's saving it. You take this area out, couple of pockets in the northern part of the state, and the rest, the BRS has been completely wiped out. It's gone completely green. Now, there's a very fascinating and interesting aspect to this. Though there's a sizable difference in the mandate, the Congress gets a clear majority. The vote share is very close. The difference is about 2% of the votes.
But the seat share, there's a huge difference.
Yeah. Now, how does that happen? Because the voters have voted strategically. Look at this number of the BJP, 9. The BJP has got 14. The Congress has got about 40, the BRS 38. It has effectively worked like the anti-BRS vote has worked as 40 plus 14, 54.
Okay.
Which means wherever the Congress has been strong, the BJP has been practically negligible. Wherever the BJP has worked well, the Congress has been a poor
Okay,
third.
once again, Jay, I'm told that Kamal Nath has started addressing the media. Let's quickly cut across live to that, and then we'll break down the rest of the story.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी को बधाई देता हूं और उम्मीद करता हूं कि जिस प्रकार जनता ने उन्हें समर्थन दिया है वो उस पर खड़े उतरेंगे और जनता को जो विश्वास उन्होंने जताया है भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर वो विश्वास बड़ी जिम्मेदारी से वो निभाएंगे। आज हमारी दूसरी उम्मीद थी। मैंने हमेशा कहा था कि मैं मध्य प्रदेश की मतदाताओं पर विश्वास करता हूं, वो आज भी करता हूं। मैंने पिछले 1 महीने से कह रहा हूं मैं मध्य प्रदेश की मतदाताओं पर विश्वास करता हूं। मेरे से जब आप पूछते थे कि कितनी सीटें आएंगी, मैं कहता था मैं मध्य प्रदेश के मतदाताओं पर विश्वास करता हूं। आज भी मैं विश्वास करता हूं और मुझे ये उम्मीद है कि ये विश्वास जो मध्य प्रदेश के मतदाताओं ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर रखा है उनके साथ विश्वासघात नहीं होगा। हम इस पर विचार करेंगे कि क्या हमने कमियां थी, क्यों हम मतदाता को अपनी बात नहीं समझा पाए। हर उम्मीदवार से चर्चा करके वो हारा हुआ हो या जीता हुआ हो, हम उनसे चर्चा करेंगे अगले कुछ दिनों में और उस चर्चा के बाद हम इसका निष्कर्ष निकालेंगे।
क्या चूक हो गई, बड़ी टक्कर थी आपकी?
ये सब तो
थैंक यू।
So an abrupt statement there by Kamal Nath congratulating the BJP but not answering the question as to what went wrong for the Congress party there in Madhya Pradesh. Certainly, of course, for Kamal Nath, who had a shot at becoming Chief Minister, of course, it would be a very difficult moment because he was pretty much the face of the Congress as far as this entire campaign is concerned. And there you see, of course, a very clearly dejected Kamal Nath over there addressing the media. We also see, of course, pictures of the victory as far as the BJP camp is concerned. You're seeing Jyotiraditya Scindia there, who has in fact been meeting with Chief Minister Shivraj Singh. All right, so shifting focus back to the area that we were talking about just before we went to that press conference. The win of Congress in Telangana was credited to Revanth Reddy, who's all set to be the next Chief Minister. Let's listen in.
जब जरूरत है तब सही तरीका से सही जवाब देने के लिए हमेशा हाजिर रहते। इस बार तेलंगाना में कांग्रेस सरकार बना देके यहाँ के जो शहीद हुए युवता उनके विचारधारा को आगे ले जाने के लिए हमको संपूर्ण हम इंस्पिरेशन लिए। वो हम जो भी वादा किए, जो शहीद होकर उन लोग जो देश के लिए क्या किए, वो पूरा आगे हम लेकर जाएंगे। सबके मदद लेकर, सुझाव लेकर एक अच्छी सरकार बना के देश में एक आदर्श सरकार बनाने के लिए हमेशा हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे अच्छा काम के लिए हमेशा कांग्रेस पार्टी हाजिर रहेंगे सोनिया जी मल्लिकार्जुन जी नेतृत्व में एक अच्छा सरकार बना के तेलंगाना स्टेट को हम तरक्की करवा देंगे
They have seen the last 10 years rule. They are fed up with the rule. They have decided that there should be a change, and change for a progress, change for a development, change for a gratitude. This is what I could say. I thank the voters of Telangana for having shown the confidence on us. We will restore the confidence.
Will Revanth Reddy MLAs support him? Will you be acceptable to you, sir, as a Chief Minister?
See, don't put any controversial questions. We said whatever our AACC decides, we will abide by that.
What would you like to say to KTR and KCR?
One message. Bye-bye, KCR.
It's not the trends what we see today morning. It doesn't look like it's a result with just a wave sort of. It's totally a positive vibrations in Telangana. The 6 guarantees Sonia ji has promised for the people of Telangana have taken it very seriously, and they started voting for Sonia ji.
The BJP, however, said that it will always analyze elections in areas where they will win and lose, and will win equal number of seats in parliament in Telangana. All right, so let's take this across to Soumit, who's joining us live at the moment. Soumit, big victory over there. Big question, though, is what really is the future for the BJP in Telangana? The leaders of the BJP are confident that this will mean an improvement in the party's performance in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. How far can that be expected, given the performance even in seats such as Kamareddy having defeated the incumbent Chief Minister KCR?
Well, Madhav, big boost for the Congress party, we can say. They have given the Telangana state, but they didn't get more than 20-25 seats. In 2014, they have secured around, 23 to 24 seats in 2018. And this time, they have secured already, they have won 64 seats and they are leading in 2 seats. So, a big and major, victory, and also big number for the Congress party, we can say, because they were, limited to just be below 25 in 2018, where BRS has won 88, and this time the wave was there, and we were predicting, and also you might remember, Madhav, when I was speaking to you, I said that 65 would be for the Congress. That is what even intelligence sources have said. That is what even our reporters on ground were saying, and finally 64 Congress has reached, and they are leading on 2 seats, so they might get 65 or 66 or max 67, and BRS is leading in 8, and they have won 31. So major backlash for the BRS party, we can say, after ruling for 10 years. There was this anti-incumbency, and Revanth Reddy was successful in conveying that to the public, about speaking about Dharani issue, speaking about corruption, Kaleshwaram, and also mainly saying that BRS and BJP is working hand in glove. And when it comes to the BJP party, even for the BJP, it's massive number, we can say. They've just won only 1 seat, Goshamal seat, in 2018, and this time they have won 8 seats, and that is very big. 1 to 8, and this time, unfortunately, we can say, because unfortunately they have lost in the urban where they are strong, and fortunately they have won in the rural where they are not strong. So now BJP is trying that, trying to go into the rural, where actually Congress also, because of the rural only Congress has won this time. So now they are predicting that we will be going into the rural parts, and we will be fighting against the Congress next time, and the fight will be between the BJP and the Congress, and BRS will be nowhere. BRS will be on the 3rd place. That is what BJP is expecting. And also in Kamareddy, Venkatramana Reddy from the BJP is not even known face. He is not a big leader, but he has won against Revanth Reddy and KCR, Madhav.
Yeah, that's a big announcement and big victory indeed as far as Kamareddy is concerned, and certainly would be cause for worry as far as BRS is concerned. What are the future plans? Will there be some course correction on part of BRS also remains a big question. And after the BJP's 3-state victory, we also spoke to Prakash Javadekar, the man in charge, the election in charge rather, of Telangana. Listen into what he had to say.
See, BJP is a thinking party. We always analyze elections even if we win.
And where we have not performed as to our expectation, we definitely analyze in details. So that we will do, but that place is not TV screen. It's our party meeting where we will definitely discuss. But the issue is, Congress was 25-30% votes even in last election. So they wanted little more so that, and therefore people voted. It's a simple arithmetic. No, people wanted to throw out BRS. There was second alternative was Congress. BJP was third alternative. And therefore we were only one MLA last time. We will be now 7 or 8, whatever it comes to. But one thing is sure, that our vote percentage, which was just 7%, will be not only 15%, but even beyond that. And in Parliament, we are winning more than 7 seats of assembly. If we are winning 7 or 8, we will win the equal number of seats in Parliament in Telangana.
All right, big breaking news coming in at this point of time. T.S. Singh Deo is trailing. That's the big news coming in from Chhattisgarh. A man who wanted to become the chief minister, was one of the tallest leaders, has served as the LOP also, and of course a current minister in the cabinet is now trailing. That's a big development coming in at this point of time. T.S. Singh Deo trailing, in fact, from his seat. Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel, of course, leading from Patan. That's a big breaking coming in at this point of time as far as T.S. Singh Deo is concerned. That's the big information coming in. All right, and we have more breaking news coming in at this point of time. After BJP's 3-state victory, Home Minister Amit Shah has hailed the Prime Minister Modi. Janta ke dil mein sirf Modi ji, days of appeasement are over, says the Home Minister, saying that Modi magic has swept the Hindi heartland states, with the BJP having registered this stunning victory. So that's the big message coming in at this point of time. A video, of course, there on your screens that's been put forth by the BJP. Modi magic being credited with this incredible victory of BJP in 3 states of Rajasthan, as well as Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. All right, let me now quickly go across to my colleague Jay Brooke, who's with us. Jay, there's numbers that are now pretty much solidifying as far as all of these states are concerned. Quickly take us through the numbers in front of you. What are the factors that have worked on ground in Telangana?
Yeah, it's very fascinating. If you're just going to look at the vote shares, the Congress has done better than the BRS in a number of key clusters, the rural clusters, the scheduled castes, the scheduled tribes, the urban areas it's not. But the AP influence, those closer to Andhra, it has. There's a very interesting feature that you can observe, and that comes out in the maps of Telangana that we just saw. In the urban areas, the BJP puts up a good performance of 21% of the votes. Greater Hyderabad region was 23, TRS 37 and 38. This is the only place where the Congress seems to have got left out. If you look at the spider web, if you look at the seat share, in the spider web, you will see that it's only in the
Hyderabad
GHMC,
area.
And the Hyderabad area urban that the Congress has taken some beating at the hands of the BRS.
But
in the rest,
so they've prioritized. They've prioritized that the rural area is what we want to focus on.
Absolutely.
Those are the votes that we can possibly get if we put in our best foot forward. Because Hyderabad, perhaps the city narrative of developing the IT parks and so on and so forth, that has worked for the BRS. But they decided very clearly to prioritize on rural areas, particularly South Telangana.
Absolutely.
And both in South and North, they've done well because of that.
Absolutely. And the pitch that this is a party of the rural, of the Adivasis, somewhere that seems to have worked.
That seems to have worked. All right, we're going to take a very quick break. We'll be back with more news as far as the elections are concerned. Breaking that down for you viewers. Stay tuned.
When journalism is led by integrity, and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. when the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth. Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school. I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9, only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly Speaking with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention, please? क्या आप दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं? I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced, agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है. I'm Amita Badwa. I'm Pratibha Tehushida Malhotra, and we're watching the Morning News Hour. Whenever news breaks, you will see us. Process it, analyze it, and broadcast it. After the spot reporters, we are the first responders. We are at the front line
of every news event.
We are situation analysts, raw, live, and unedited. Pure news, pure passion.
Times Now, action begins here.
When news is troubling.
They rented this house right here, and 3 days later she was murdered.
When news is for common man.
We are asking you for the Aam Aadmi that why the proper checks and balances were not done, sir.
When news is for nation.
Right now I'm just few meters away from Pakistani post which is acting as launch pads for terrorists.
When news is exclusive.
We are reporting from few miles away from the line of actual control.
We report from ground zero. Times Now. Action begins here.
Explosive, exclusive, and beyond.
The show that gets you the inside track.
A deep dive into stories that matter.
Raising questions you won't ask.
Your voice is now our voice. Watch Blueprint with me, Meghna.
And Pranesh.
At 6:30 p.m. every weekday.
Only on Times Now.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth. Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school. I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9, only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no.
Welcome back. After BJP's three-state victory, Home Minister Amit Shah has hailed the Prime Minister Modi as Janta ke dil mein sirf Modi ji. He said that the days of appeasement are over. This is a statement coming in from the Home Minister, the former BJP President Amit Shah, in fact hailing the role of the Prime Minister as far as the victory is concerned, saying the days of appeasement are over, also adding that Janta ke dil mein sirf Modi ji, which means that Modi is the only one in the hearts of the public. All right, we're going to be slipping into a very quick break. Coming up on the other side, an interview with Shivraj Singh Chouhan, the sitting Chief Minister in Madhya Pradesh, with Group Editor Navika Kumar. Listen in.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth. Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school. I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9, only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly Speaking with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention please? क्या आप दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं? I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced, agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है. I'm Amita Badwa. I'm Pratibha. मैं हूँ शिवरा मल्होत्रा and you're watching the Morning News Hour. Whenever news breaks, you will see us. Process it, analyze it, and broadcast it. After the spot reporters, we are the first responders.
We are at the front line
of every news event.
We are situation analysts, raw, live, and unedited. Pure news, pure passion.
Times Now. Action begins here.
When news is troubling.
They rented this house right here and 3 days later she was murdered.
When news is for common man.
We are asking you for the Aam Aadmi that why the proper checks and balances were not done, sir.
When news is for nation.
Right now, I'm just few meters away from Pakistani post, which is acting as launch pads for terrorists.
When news is exclusive.
We are reporting from few miles away from the line of actual control.
We report from ground zero. Times Now. Action begins here.
Explosive, exclusive, and beyond.
The show that gets you the inside track.
A deep dive into stories that matter.
Raising questions you won't ask.
Your voice is now our voice. Watch Blueprint with me, Meghna,
And Pranesh.
at 6:30 p.m. every weekday.
Only on Times Now.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol. शिवराज जी, बधाई आपको। अनप्रेसिडेंटेड विक्ट्री है आपके लिए मध्य प्रदेश में, ऐसे समय पर जब सब कह रहे थे कि क्लोज फाइट है, बीजेपी को मुश्किल है। आज चुनाव के नतीजों के बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे? नतीजों के बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे?
मैं तो आश्वस्त था बहुत पहले से, क्योंकि मैं जनता के बीच में रहता हूं। एक परसेप्शन सा खड़ा किया था कांग्रेस ने कि बीजेपी हारेगी, एंटी इनकम्बेंसी है। एंटी इनकम्बेंसी नहीं, प्रो इनकम्बेंसी थी। विकास का असर था, जन कल्याणकारी योजनाओं का असर था। आप देखेंगे कि 2018 में भी हम केवल पीछे रह गए थे, लेकिन वोटों में हम पीछे नहीं रहे। तो यहाँ कोई एंटी इनकम्बेंसी थी ही नहीं। यहाँ तो विकास की लहर थी, जन कल्याणकारी योजनाओं की लहर थी। और प्रधानमंत्री श्रीमान नरेंद्र मोदी जी पूरे देश के जनता के मन में हैं। एमपी के मन में भी मोदी थे, उनकी गारंटियों ने असर किया। और डबल इंजन की सरकार के काम देखो, मध्य प्रदेश तो पिछड़ा और बीमारू राज्य था, आज हमने समृद्ध और विकसित राज्य बनाया है और अनेकों जन कल्याणकारी योजनाएं चलाई है, जिसके कारण जनता का प्यार सड़कों पे दिखता था। अब लाडली बहनाएं तो गले लगती थी, माथा चूमती थी, सिर पे हाथ फेरती थी, आंखों में आंसू आ जाती थे और कहते थे कि भैया अपन ही जीतेंगे। तो ये सब जब ऐसा वातावरण था तो हम कैसे हार सकते थे। इसलिए मैं कहता था कि कोई कांटे की टक्कर नहीं होगी, हम शानदार जीत हासिल करेंगे।
मैं पूछना चाहती हूं शिवराज जी कि कांग्रेस ने सॉफ्ट हिंदुत्व भी चलाया मध्य प्रदेश में और जाति जनगणना की बात भी कही। इन दोनों प्लैंक्स पर आप क्या समझते हैं कि कांग्रेस को आज जनता ने क्या जवाब दिया है?
मध्य प्रदेश में और देश में भी मैं मानता हूं, विशेषकर मैं मध्य प्रदेश की बात करूंगा, जनता काम देखती है। जनता केवल वोट बटोरने के लिए हम जातिगत जनगणना की बात करने लगे, हम और कोई बात करने लगे। देखो, हिंदुत्व कोई चुनाव के लिए थोड़ी है, हिंदुत्व हृदय से होता है और वही जीने की पद्धति है। अब आप नाटक करोगे तो वो नाटक जनता के दिल और दिमाग पर असर नहीं करता। इसलिए जनता ने डबल इंजन की सरकार का काम देखा। मोदी जी के पीछे सारा देश खड़ा है, मध्य प्रदेश भी खड़ा है और हमारे काम का जो लाभ जनता को मिला उसके कारण जनता ने हमें आशीर्वाद दिया। कांग्रेस का कोई नाटक, कोई नौटंकी नहीं चली।
शिवराज जी, मैं पूछना चाहती हूं आपसे कि आपकी पार्टी ने कहा वो तीनों राज्यों में बिना किसी मुख्यमंत्री के चेहरे के जाना चाहती हैं और मध्य प्रदेश में आप 3 बार के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, फिर भी आपको एक मुख्यमंत्री कैंडिडेट नहीं कहा। मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूं, क्या ये रणनीति सही थी और व्यक्तिगत तौर पर आप आहत हुए कि नहीं?
अगर कोई आहत हो जाए तो वो कार्यकर्ता के साथ वो तो निपट स्वार्थी और निकृष्ट स्तर का व्यक्ति है अगर जो ऐसा सोचता है। हम भारतीय जनता पार्टी के माध्यम से हम देश की समृद्धि, विकास के लिए और जनता के कल्याण के लिए काम करते हैं। इससे भी बड़ा उद्देश्य है हमारे आइडियोलॉजिकल परिवार का, भौतिकता की अग्नि में दग्ध विश्व मानवता को शाश्वत शांति के पथ का दिग्दर्शन कराना, ये भारत का लक्ष्य है। तो एक वैभवशाली, गौरवशाली भारत का निर्माण मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हो रहा है। तो हम एक मिशन के लिए काम करते हैं। हम इतने घटिया लोग थोड़ी हैं कि मैं कहाँ हूँ। अगर मैं कहाँ हूँ तो देश और समाज के लिए कौन सोचेगा। मैं वहाँ रहूँगा जहाँ मेरी पार्टी, मेरा मिशन मुझे तय करेगा। मेरा काम एक ही था, मैं मुख्यमंत्री हूँ, मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता हूँ और मैं अपनी पार्टी को भारी बहुमत से कैसे जिताऊँ, ये मेरा धर्म था, ये मेरा कर्तव्य था। और इसलिए सबने देखा, आपने भी देखा होगा, मैंने दिन और रात काम अपनी पार्टी के लिए किया।
बिल्कुल, आपने दिन रात काम किया और आप उन सारे केंद्रीय मंत्रियों के खेमों में भी गए जहां कोई आप पर उंगली ना उठा सके कि अरे भाई इतने बड़े नेता दिल्ली से आ गए हैं तो शिवराज जी नाराज हैं, नहीं गए। आप खास करके भागते दौड़ते दिन रात सब जगह रैलीज पर जाते हुए नजर आए। आपका भी कोई मैसेज था कार्यकर्ताओं को और आला कमान को?
मैसेज एक ही था, कार्यकर्ताओं से हम यही अपील करते थे कोई कसर ना रह जाए, क्योंकि ये काम प्रदेश की समृद्धि विकास के लिए तो जरूरी है, लेकिन देश के लिए भी जरूरी है भारतीय जनता पार्टी का जीतना। हम सौभाग्यशाली है कि उस युग में हमने जन्म लिया जब मोदी जी देश का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं, तो जरूरी था कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी मध्य प्रदेश में जीते ही और जिताएं, यही संदेश हमारा कार्यकर्ताओं को था। और आला कमान से तो हमने यही कहा कि हम बहुत अच्छे से जीतेंगे।
पर आपके राज्य से जब भी आकलन होते थे तो 125, 130 की बात होती थी। आपने कभी अंदाजा लगाया कि जनता का इतना बेशुमार प्यार मिलेगा कि 166 तक गिनती पहुंच जाएगी?
वो तो मैडम मैंने कहा कि जनता का प्यार सड़कों पे था। आप भी अगर वीडियो क्लिपिंग्स अलग अलग रैलियों की देखेंगे, सभाओं के देखेंगे, आप रोड सोच के देखेंगे तो दिखाई देता था सड़कों पे। इसके बाद भी अगर कोई आंख का अंधा हो जाए तो मैं क्या कर सकता था। मैंने तो ये कहा कि कोई कांटे की टक्कर नहीं है, लाडली बहनों ने सारे कांटे निकाल दिए।
बिल्कुल, लाडली बहना स्कीम के बारे में कहा जाता है कि इस बार के चुनाव में बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा लाडली बहना स्कीम का। आप समझते हैं कि बहनों का आशीर्वाद रहा, मामा जी फिर एक बार रंग दिखा पाए कि कितनी तरह से वो महिला वोटर और महिलाएं मध्य प्रदेश की उनके दिल के करीब हैं?
देखिए, मध्य प्रदेश में महिला सशक्तिकरण की एक लंबी प्रक्रिया लाडली लक्ष्मी से 2005 से शुरू हुई थी। फिर हमने कन्या विवाह योजना शुरू की, फिर हमने 50% रिजर्वेशन स्थानीय निकाय के चुनाव में दिया, फिर सर्विसेज में दिया, फिर संबल योजना लाए, अनेकों योजनाएं हैं। मैं आज विस्तार में उसके नहीं जा रहा हूं। उसकी एक कड़ी लाडली बहना थी, तो बहनों का विश्वास हम पर था और वो विश्वास आशीर्वाद बनकर हम पर बरसा।
आज बस कुछ ही समय पहले एक तस्वीर आपकी आई जहां शायद आपके घर में काम करने वाली एक गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉई आई, आपको एक गुलाब का फूल उन्होंने दिया। क्या कहा उन्होंने आपसे और आप थोड़े भावुक नजर आए उस वक्त। क्या बातचीत हुई आप दोनों के बीच में?
वो गले मिली। देखिए, मेरे लिए बहन बहन है, वो घर में काम करने वाली हो या आईएएस अफसर हो, मेरे लिए बराबर है। वो आई और मेरे गले से लग गई और उसकी आंखों से झरझर आंसू बह रहे थे, तो मैं भी गले लगा और मैं भी भावुक हो गया। और ये हालत कमोबेश कई जगह मेरी बहनों की है।
अगला मुख्यमंत्री मध्य प्रदेश का शिवराज सिंह चौहान होगा। शपथ ग्रहण कब होगा, कुछ दर्शकों को बताइए।
मेरा काम वो तय करना, मेरा काम वो तय करना मेरा काम नहीं है, पार्टी का काम है। पार्टी फैसला करेगी। हम लोग वो लोग हैं जो जिस काम के लिए कहा जाएगा वो काम करेगा।
आज कांग्रेस पार्टी को क्या संदेश देंगे आप?
और सभी दर्शकों को
कांग्रेस पार्टी को क्या संदेश देंगे?
धन्यवाद। नहीं, मैं कुछ नहीं कहना चाहूंगा, वो खुद सोचें। मैं कांग्रेस को क्या कह सकता हूं।
हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए शिवराज चौहान जी, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बधाई आपको।
All right, we have some more breaking news coming in at this point of time. The Chief Minister's office has sent KCR's resignation to the Raj Bhavan is the information coming in at this point of time. And this is what Governor's office sources have confirmed to us. Somit is joining us live. Somit, take us through what your sources in the Telangana Governor's office are telling you.
Well, Madhav, already Congress has been declared as the single largest party because 64 seats they have won and 60 is the magic figure. And now, because the mandate is very much clear, Chief Minister Office has sent, initially they have asked for an appointment and later what happened we doesn't know, but sources of Governor Office, official sources have confirmed that Chief Minister Office has sent a resignation letter to the the Governor Office, and they have even received it, and mostly Governor will be approving it, and even tomorrow the government will be diluting mostly, and even the Congress has now they are doing meeting with the ICC observers and also top leaders, and it is expected that they will be called by the governor, because now the single largest party is the Congress party, and even they are leading in 1 or 2 seats, and it is expected that 65, 66, 67 will be the number. So we have to wait and see. Now the meeting is going on in Taj Krishna. Several rooms have been booked in Katria, in Park Hayat, and in several other places rooms have been booked. So MLS will be called to the Hyderabad city, and later meeting will be conducted, and even it is expected that governor will be very soon calling the Congress party, and where Congress will be giving a letter that we will be forming the government, and governor will be giving the opportunity to the Congress party to prove themselves. And also the EC figures are very much clear. They have already won 64, and when it comes to the BRS, the second largest party, they have won 31 and leading in the 8 seats. So we have to wait and see how things turn up. But it is confirmed that Governor Office has received the resignation letter of the KCR, and just now one of the CM official has has taken initially.